to the tune of OPP. Minority by nature, no time for idle chitter chat and petty iterations. Teaming to me exponentially like I'm Barack's inauguration. Erratic calculations, nah, I runs the infinite. Only way I slow me down is with some calcing by a limit. They might no longer show the work, the answer's self-evident. Some truth should be proclaimed in the Declaration of Independence. Things not instantaneous can be approximated by adding up our changes till everything integrated. Word to my partners in calculus. Yo, you down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. Integral, grind exponential. You down with BCP? That's the way we rotate radiannually. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah.
What is up, my guys?
What's happening?
I thought you were going to play the background. There you go. I wanted,
Still trying to get PJ to dance on the air.
Gotta get the opener to. It just cuts off too quick. It needs to fade in, and then I know you guys want to watch me dance.
No.
Chad,
No.
we saw a couple of years.
No,
ago.
thank you.
No.
Like 2 years too much, dude.
Our guest tonight is Walter Besky.
He may want to see you dance.
I know Walt wants to see me dance.
He may want to see it.
Walter
Wow.
Besky from the Bear Report. Check out the Bear Report. He just put out a good little story earlier today.
Shorty, I've seen you dance more than enough.
I'm saying, you definitely want to watch me dance because
Why do you think the real reason is that he left?
Oh, yeah, there you go, Foster. That's the whole reason why.
He couldn't take
That's
it
it.
sick every Thursday night for fucking a year. I made it 2 minutes.
I didn't want to
without
kill.
Bears.
I didn't want to take out my eyeballs, so I just leave the show instead.
come on. I know. Come on, play the music, Carl. I know Walt wants to watch me dance.
Telling you, he was so stupid. He was so unwise. He was like an unwise man.
Yeah. Exactly. So what we'll just do is this.
What's
How you doing,
up?
Walt? What's going on, man?
What's up, Chad? What's up, Cliff? What's up, Walt?
What's going on, guys? It's been too long, right? I haven't talked to you guys in a while. Well, Foster, I saw you last week, so.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, right.
We all got our issues, man.
Oh, it's good to be back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, man. For anyone that doesn't know, Walt used to be our producer, and we left on not great terms, and it was my fault.
Sure,
So I just want to officially apologize to you on the air, Walt. So it's great to have you back with us again. We missed your mug.
Yeah. I mean, no, guys, it's just the way the world worked, man. You know what? And we're here right now, so that's all that matters. So,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
he cut his teeth here, and look what he's doing now, man. Have you guys caught the Bears report? I'm just asking.
I have. Yes.
I mean, I've never
Get out
called the
there and
Bear
look at
Report
it.
because
That
it
one
doesn't
today
exist.
was really good, Walt.
Thanks.
It's quick, precise, because like I've been on the move, I haven't had time to look at things. So going to the Bear Report, they're usually 2, maybe 4 minutes, right?
It's the Bear Review, correct?
Bear
Foster,
It is.
Bear
unbelievable.
Report. What do you think this is?
Thank you.
A fucking magazine that Larry Mayer wrote for the Bears back in the 80s?
I'm probably mixed somewhere in between in my mind because I don't.
And he was sounding so sincere about it.
No, but
He was sounding all sincere, pronouncing the wrong name. I'm like,
Yeah, see, I was going to let you know, Foster, but I was going to let you live with that for a minute. Be like, yeah,
Let's let him just keep going with it.
Carl can't wait.
yeah, no. I try to keep things, with under 10 minutes if possible. I don't really want to keep you too long on these videos, but they're pretty good. And maybe we'll discuss what I talked about, today in a little bit if you guys want, if we have time.
Oh, absolutely, we do. Before we get into this, let's get to our chat. Our chat is absolutely blowing up right now. You guys, again, the reason why we are here. Jason, UK, the other half of the British Bears on BCP is up at what time is it? 9:10.
Put it to chat. I got to turn my mic off.
2:10 in the morning. Jason, UK Bears is up hanging out with us right now. Thank you, Jason.
must be off tomorrow.
Probably is.
Relentless Mikey, dark to light. Thank you for joining us.
Cliff Victoria.
Squeegee.
This is the dawning of the age of Amparius.
The age of Amphiarius.
Amparius.
All right, come on.
Tony Moy.
We don't
Okay. And
we don't-
Walt right here.
we don't have Minister here yet, but let's do Roberto Hernandez together, PJ. Ready?
What? Where is he at?
He's right here. Roberto Hernandez. You don't see him right there.
Okay, I scrolled up. I'm sorry. Roberto.
Ready? No, you got to start over. Ready?
Roberto Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Sorry about that.
You got to
Robert.
go deep when I go high.
That's what she said?
I always
Absolutely.
go deep, bro. I just want to put it out there for the record. I always go deep.
Well, they can't get that, so I'm going to do this. Armando Lara Jr.
Armando Lara Jr. Armando,
Atmos.
I'll get to you in a second, Armando.
Atmos.
Yes.
He's the man. Atmos.
Please
Erica
don't.
Erica Langevin, she just changed her name to Erica. So thank you for joining us, Erica.
Hey, Erica.
Squeegee.
You missed what I said, bro. I said, hey, Erica.
Oh,
Hey, Erica.
Bear Down Sports with a gift of 2 members.
Andy Adam. I am in my neutral.
He's a 2-month
Bear
member.
Down Sports.
What? No super chats? We appreciate you, Adam. Thank you so much, man. Who else? Creighton
Relentless.
Wilson.
Relentless gifted a member for 1 month. Relentless Mike.
Time's flying,
He
man.
was gifted. He is a member for 1 month.
They're like
No, when I-
resubscriptions.
Yeah, they're
Unless
just
it
telling
says
us
gifted,
how long
it's just
they've been members
yeah.
for.
And
Oh,
Relentless
okay.
Mikey started as a gift, by the way. So
Yeah. And he re-upped too. So thank you, Relentless Mikey.
Okay, let me just stick to this. What's up, Tony Moy? How about that?
Holy Moy.
I am going to send a psychologist over to Relentless Mikey's house.
Bears.
Find out why he re-upped after just being a member. That should have just made it clear right there that you didn't, you know.
Wait. So Relentless. All you got to do is we're gonna, since you're a member, send your credit card to Foster. We'll give you his address, and then we'll have the BCP logo put on your credit card, personalized, just for
Please
you.
don't.
And then Foster may or may not send your card back to you.
There will
Bears
be
fan
some
for life.
fees involved, and I'm not giving out my address. It's going to a PO box.
Oh yeah, sorry. We'll send it. You'll send it to a PO box. He says he's on it.
Just in case, man.
Alex is
Well-
my name. Oh,
I think we said too much.
Alex. Let's do that one together. Ready?
No.
Alex.
is
Sorry about this, Walt.
my
Nemo.
That's all good, Foster. I know how you operate.
Yeah, that's right. You definitely should, man.
Science My Podcast.
Up in J2K in the house.
J2K. What's up, my friend? Creighton Wilfong. Good to see you again. That's a good one to do together. Creighton Wilfong.
What do you gotta do that with the-
You gotta be louder. Be louder on your deep.
Erica.
What?
Erica.
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 Man, come on.
Langevin.
And Patty L's in the house too. Hi,
Patty
Patty.
Lara. Patty Lara. Thank you.
Alex is my name. Oh,
You lovely lady. It is so wonderful to see you in our chat again. You and your wonderful husband. You guys are so awesome. Thank you guys for
J2K.
As Adam Mason's asking, where do I send my back platinum black credit card?
Melon Smash.
P.O. Box Foster Covers at how can
What,
we
no super chats?
possibly forget Chad Spieger, the new DVD, the new Doug Van Dorn after he went into hibernation when Trump won the presidency.
You like to stroke my pussy, darling?
That's his voice right there for you, Chad. He came right in out of Chad. You came right in out of nowhere and just replaced him as a one of our favorites and a big time supporter. So thank you, Chad. We
People
really
are
appreciate
drilled over and over and over and over and over and over. This
That's
is
what
your
she said.
assignment. You do this.
We got super chat.
Thank you for your super chat, Chad. Much love and appreciation. Mason Graham, please. He's saying Mason Graham. We'll get into that in a bit. Who else did we miss?
I gotta
Sweet.
say one more time.
Huh?
J2K.
See, we do that well together. Do it one more time.
J2K.
Alan
Looking
Pena
forward
just
as
checked
ever.
in. You guys missed Alan Pena. He just checked in here.
Alan Pena, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Adam Mason, thank you again for hanging out with us tonight. Who else do we miss? Cliff Victoria, Cliff. You, Cliff. You, Cliff. Love and appreciate you guys, and thank you for hanging out with us again on a relentless Thursday night. We're always here. It's like we're a bad case of hemorrhoids. We just won't get. We won't go.
Hey! Speak for yourself, bro.
Oh, so we're a good case of hemorrhoids?
You may be a bad case.
Right.
I'm.
Heck,
a good
feels
case.
like old times, huh, Walt?
So I'm a bad case of hemorrhoids. You're a good
Exactly.
case.
You guys are doing it pretty quick. We're 17 minutes in. We're almost done.
We're trying to make this a 45-minute show.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Alex. A bad case of herpes.
And we're not 17 in because we're always 7 to 10 minutes late these days.
Yeah.
Heads up.
Well, we've got some members, and we're trying to keep you guys, give you guys some good content that's not this content, that's more like life and hanging out, and we're doing that right now. But that's how we just break the show, and then we get into the Bears. But a lot of times we get those chat members that are like, "Oh, you want to start talking about the Bears again?" So that's why we wanted to give you that members content. Since you guys are helping support us, we want to give you something special, and we kind of bleed into this time, so we apologize for being late. What's the breaking news?
Ryan
Right there on the screen.
announces
Wow.
retirement from NFL.
Wow.
I always thought he was a pretty good tackle, actually. Always thought he was pretty good. Once upon a time, I was hoping the Bears would get him. And if I'm not mistaken, our current our offensive line coach coached him, so helped him become a Pro Bowler. So,
You know what I always thought he was good at? Being a guy who I never know who the fuck he was.
doesn't surprise me. that just doesn't surprise me there, bro.
That's what I've become in my old age. It's just like I used to at least have a clue about other players and other teams, but it's just like now all I do is watch the Bears, and I am oblivious unless you're like a big name, a Saquon Barkley,
yeah,
someone like that. Yeah, for me, I get too wrapped up in the Bears. And it's a fault of mine. I should probably care more because when we sign guys like Deo,
doing the show, huh?
that I have no fucking idea who that guy is still to this day. I should be excited about that signing, but I don't even know who he is. So, can you fault me for it? I mean,
Yeah.
I just turned 50. I'm close to death.
Well, he's a Bear now. You should know about him.
Yeah. Well, now I will.
What do you mean you're 50 and you're close to death?
Yeah.
You making Foster feel bad, man.
Foster's a fucking vampire. He's gonna live for, dude. I'm hoping he'll bite me. No, I'm worried about, Jay.
Maybe I'll get the wife, but not you.
Clip that. You can't make this up, bro.
I'll take your wife with me, not you, fucker.
I'm just being honest, man. It's a problem for you all the time, but that's the way it is.
This
Right.
guy.
Let me just-
So
Let me just write
What
that
I want
down.
to know is
Toss
this.
her away from the wife. Okay.
Absolutely. Oh wait, did I say that out loud? I can't. So I want to ask Walt this because I was going to immediately when this broke because I saw it actually on Adam Mason's show. How is this going to affect the draft for the Bears? Because you think they're going to have to shift to replacing this guy?
More than likely, yes.
What?
More than likely, yes. Their replacement in Trevor Penning didn't really work out. They need a quarterback, like Cliff's saying, but I think offensive line is probably more of an issue now. They can probably get away with Spencer Rattler for a little bit.
Yeah.
Depending on how Derek Carr is. We don't know how his injury is progressing exactly, but I would definitely see them picking a guy like Membu at number 9. I think he would fit right into their team. And it only helps us at the end of the day.
Really quick before we get into the Bears talk, Armando on the Sports Zone Chicago. Let's cue that up really quick, Walt. Let's do the plug for Sports Zone Chicago while we're in the beginning of the show. Maybe we'll get more viewers to watch him.
You mean Carl?
Wait, did you say let's cue that up, Walt?
Come on, let's cue it up, Walt. Can't you fucking do it? Carl's like, fuck us. I'm leaving. I'm leaving now. You just called me Walt. All right, I'll cue it up here. For anyone that likes morning Chicago sports shows.
Hey, it's your boy, the Superback, Sean Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings from 9 to 11. Great show. All Chicago, all sports. Armando said the other day he wanted to see my art, and I don't remember talking about it because I talk about a lot of shit on this. But so I'm going to pull this up for you. So this is a piece that I made back in the 90s, Armando. It's an oil painting. He wanted to see. Close your eyes, you retired insurance salesman. But I painted that. Armando, just I'm doing this for our friend. He wanted to see, so there you go.
My brother.
Hopefully, you know who that is.
That's pretty cool, man.
He just can't get away from some form of marijuana.
Bob Marley smoking a sleeper.
I mean, whether
I
he's
smoked
painting
most weed in my entire life back
eating
then.
Gummies, moving to Colorado just to have a good time, thinking about going to Amsterdam to just retire. I mean, bruh.
Yeah.
I know.
I smoke the least amount of weed that I've ever had in my life, though. But back then when I did this, that's what made that happen.
I know.
Weed made this happen. Look at
that. I know, bro. Trust me. I know.
All right. Let's get into the Bears.
No, I want to get into what? No, let me rephrase that.
You want to get into what?
Like I said, let me rephrase
that.
Paul. Yeah, I'll swing that way.
Good night, everybody.
I'm just I'll pull myself.
Right. So what you been up to though, Walt? That's what I really want to know.
I've been surviving. I got the channel going on there. I did Epic Mock 25 over the weekend. Foster was there for round 1. We did round 2, on Friday, and round 3, and also on Saturday. So it was good, and I had a lot of fun. Met a lot of good guys. There was at least one creator from every team involved. Sometimes multiples. It was me and another guy doing the Bears. So we had a really good time.
Cool. That was fun, man. That was really fun. I thank you again for inviting me on that.
Whatever happened to Monsters of the Gridiron? Because I thought that
Will is doing that with Glenn Morgan. He's done a couple of videos recently. Unfortunately, I've been kind of running around with a lot of other stuff going on here. And I had the draft going on the one night. I couldn't do their show. And, I had a couple of other things going around the house. So, but yeah, it looks like they're getting back into the swing of things. I'll probably jump on there too eventually. So,
weren't you producing that show for them?
I was doing a little bit of everything for them, actually.
Yeah, we're in. So so you just decided to make the Bear review?
Yeah, I made the Bear review because I wasn't really, how do I want to put it? I wasn't wanting to do the traditional podcast like you guys are doing here.
Right. You wanted to keep it short.
At first, yeah, I wanted to keep it just short form video, something I can record on the fly if I wanted to, and just one night I was like, forget it, let's just start it and we'll go from there.
I think you do a real good job of how you handle that show. I mean, I enjoyed myself when I was on there, and I thought you did a good job of interviewing me and asking good questions, man. So again, I want to say thank you for inviting me on, and I really enjoyed myself.
Wait. So Foster and PJ have been invited onto your show and not me?
Well, you're usually busy.
I deserve it though.
Though he did try to play a sympathy card.
You deserve it. Yeah, you deserve it. But we won't talk about what it is.
Yeah, you're right though. I am busy, but if you invited me, I would make time for it.
All right, well, we'll do that then.
Now he knows.
Now it's settled.
You'll have to figure out the time because Shirley is a busy man.
I've got a lot going on with my backyard.
Oh, but no, bro. So when he invites you now, you can't get out of it. You can't give no excuses.
Right.
You can't do
sorry,
none of
Walt.
that.
I got to mow my lawn tonight.
See, already working up an excuse.
What are you pulling a Clipster? You're going to vacuum it too and then make some meatloaf at midnight?
Minister.
Charles
Johnson.
What's up there, Minister Charles?
Well done, PJ. Well done.
You see, PJ, it's too bad Jonathan Allen signed with the Vikings after we did that video.
Oh, bro, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, from what I could tell, we didn't even try to go after it.
No.
And I'm like, now, just objectively speaking, Walt, I want to hear your take on your comparison between Jonathan Allen and Grady Jarrett. What's your comparison between those two?
They're fairly close. I mean, Grady Jarrett's definitely more of a leader than you would say Jonathan Allen is, and I think that's probably the main reason why we brought him in. I mean, Jarrett's had a good career. He did have the injury the season before.
Right.
He came back. He wasn't as effective this year, so you kind of want to have. He's a player you want to have on your team to lead from the front. And whatever production you get out of him at this point is just icing on the cake, honestly.
Now, see, what I thought was that Jonathan Allen's younger. I thought that because Grady Jarrett played in the same division as what's his name, our defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, he had a more up close and personal look at Grady Jarrett, and therefore that's why I guess he preferred him over Jonathan Allen. But I thought Jonathan Allen was such a leader where he was at too. So I was just kind of disappointed, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd be fine with either one. So it didn't really bother me that we didn't get Jonathan Allen and got Grady Jarrett. But you can see from his very first press conference, he's here to be like the catalyst on that line. And I think that's something that we really missed. We have guys like Montez Sweat, but he's not really a leader, right?
Yeah.
You don't see him being like that dog, that alpha dog, and that's what's missing. And I think we saw that.
He quietly does his job.
Yeah, exactly.
I think J2K brings up a good point. He says Grady is similar to Sheldon Rankins, a defensive tackle that was with Dennis Allen in New Orleans.
I have a.
Allen's got his type. He's got his type, body type, size stuff that what he
Agreed.
Work with.
So I had a two-part question for you, Mr. Mayhem. What's up, Mayhem?
Mr. Mayhem.
Mayhem. I know nothing about mayhem.
Mayhem.
Man.
Well,
yeah.
We know how you felt about. I think that we could put you in the same category as PJ with Justin Fields. Am I wrong?
I was a Fields fan when he was here. Sure.
Okay. How do you feel about Caleb Williams now? I've been dying to ask you that question.
I've honestly been fine with Caleb Williams from the beginning. I feel my main concern with Caleb going into the draft was more so a character concern versus actual playing ability. And once you went through the draft process, that kind of waned a bit. And even during the beginning of preseason and all those interviews, it just kind of showed you like this kid's here to play, this kid's here to lead. And after that, it was all gravy from there. I have no problem with the kid. I'm glad we did what we did. It was the right choice, and I'll stand by that.
All right.
I think you were still with us when I came out and said we need to trade Justin Fields and go draft him, right? Were you here with us then?
I might have been. I think we talked about that at one point. Yes.
Yeah, because I remember getting I can look at the look on PJ's face already.
Why are we going down this road, bro?
Because I wanted to know what he thought.
This is a one-way. That's a one-way street now, man. You're going down the wrong way.
Because I thought he was going to be in the same corner as you and be like,
turn around and go back the other way, sir.
All right, fair enough. So you're down. You're down. Oh shit! Do I got to pull out my Thundercat sword again?
Oh, good point. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, my thing with Justin was, and especially during the last couple of years with Justin, is you can see a different person from day one to the day he was traded. He almost seemed disinterested, and that's partially his personality. He's more of an introvert than Raquel's more of an extrovert in this sense. He's there to be like, hey, I'm here, I'm the guy. Where Justin's more like, I'm going to quietly do my thing.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I think that's well said.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just how people operate. I think this city needs more of an extroverted quarterback, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Only when they're winning.
Yeah.
Because if you're an extrovert and losing, the city will turn on you quick. Period.
Overnight.
Yeah, because if they're losing and he's just extroverted, pulling shit out of his ass all the time, it would go downhill really quick, right?
It's not
going to get ugly quick.
Like they better start winning now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, PJ.
Man, if you don't have to sit up there and talk about this every doggone,
just plug your ears. Well, this is the subject.
The subject was the extensions of Edwards and
the subject is always underlying is the quarterback. It's always been, it always will be, and because your son-in-law is gone. It's like you lost a family member. I literally
what happens when the host of his show get pulled from his old show. That's what happens.
Yeah, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go with
what? No super chats.
We're going to go fish with him for the week.
I don't want to go into a long story because it's too long for the show. This show is too valuable to talk about concrete. But
we could talk about Tyson Bagent.
Tyson's as good as gone after this season, man.
Oh, well, hold on. I gotta bring Shorty back for that. Hold on.
You know what? You know what?
Say it again, Walt. Say it again.
Tyson's as good as gone. This is probably his last season as a Bear. He had a good run. That's it. He's just not that good.
It's all coming back to me now, Walt. That's what it was about. It was the Tyson Bagent thing. That's it's because I realized you were. That's why I put you in the same category as Justin Fields with PJ with Justin Fields, because I at one point wanted Bagent to start over Justin Fields, even though he was healthy, because he had won 2 out of 2 games and he distributed.
I'd rather give the QB3 slot to Austin Reed.
What? No super chats?
Now, I didn't even pull you off that time. Whoever did, that was perfect timing.
Fuck Green Bay.
You think it was Carroll?
You know what?
No.
We're caught up on pulling each other, PJ. At one point, you got pulled a little too many times. You're like, oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here. And now I'm starting to see. I see what's going on here.
Yeah, but who pulled you?
Just as long as you guys aren't pulling each other in and out, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, just no.
Thanks for dropping in, Mr. Shorty, too.
I am clearly the whitest guy on this panel, so I keep getting pulled. I see. Look, I'm whiter than Foster and Walt. Look how white I am. I see. I keep getting pulled because I'm white.
I just want to say this. Minister Charles, I appreciate that compliment, brother.
Me too.
From the bottom of my heart.
Dude,
thank you.
What was that?
He's the second guy, Peach, that I'm sending a psychologist to his house.
That was just beautiful, man. Thank you, sir.
Much appreciated, man.
Whoa!
Raging
Oracle, where'd you come from, dude?
Yo!
Raging Oracle! By the way, guys, we've got another draft marathon coming up. It'll be the third season of the BCP Draft Marathon starting next Thursday night before the draft, going all the way into, not straight into, but we're going to do Thursday, Friday night, and we're going to do the full day on Saturday, all day. We're going to start off drinking coffee and end up drinking beer with you guys. So make sure that you tune into that. We're also going to put the link of the show in the description. Carl, can you please pull up
I'm physically unable to do so. No.
Okay, so I want to pull up. I'm going to pull up a poll. I want to ask you guys.
I'll do a poll. Go ahead, just read it off. I got you.
Well, the poll is. You made me lose my train of thought now.
Dang.
Fuck! I lost it. You interrupted me.
Oh, I was about to say something crazy. It has to be something about if people are interested in joining for draft marathon.
We already did that poll, and then
Right.
it was 60% said yes.
Okay.
But I wanted to know.
I'm trying to help you.
I didn't write it down either. Damn it!
What about
It'll come back to me.
what do you guys think about?
Like, who do we want to draft?
No. It was.
I'm gonna leave you to your own thoughts.
Yeah, thank you. I should probably pull myself now.
The two extensions.
Just don't pull in and out and in and out.
Moving a couple of guys.
What's up anyway, Raging Oracle? Good to see you again. So my point was we're going to do the marathon all 3 days. We're going to put the link in the description to the show. Anyone that wants to join us, that's what the poll was. Do you read the description to each show? Yes or no? Do you or do you not actually read the description of each show to see what we type in there, what the show's about? Because in the description, there's all kinds of links. There's links to, we'll get into that in a second, but Foster's son, his movie is about to break this weekend. And the link to his channel is in there for Foster's son is the villain in a movie coming out on YouTube. So we'll put the link in. It's already in there. So if you do read the description to the channel, you will know that when I say we are going to literally, for the first time ever, nobody's ever done this. I've talked to other podcasters about it, and they've been like, I don't know about that. You might not want to do that because, yes, Raging Oracle, his son's in a movie. People are like, you might not want to do that because you can get the wrong people in there. Well, you know what? If you come in here and you got a swastika, on your forehead, or you want to be an asshole, you're banned. You're pulled. You're gone. We can control that. So we're gonna put the link for the first time ever. I've been wanting to do it for years. The link to the show is going to be in the description. And anyone that wants to join us for the draft, and I beg of you, the link is for you to come in and out with. It's not to be
you gotta show your face
4 hours. It's to come in. You don't have to show your face. You can use your phone. You can turn off the video. You can go audio only. You can just like Walt is doing right now with his bear review. You can turn off your camera, so you're just like this, talking like this. If you don't want to show your face,
you need to stay like that, Shorty.
I will, just for you. You can talk like this the whole time. I'm the new nomad. I'll just talk like this. You want to talk, but you don't want your face seen? You can come in and go, I love this pick. I hate this pick. Fuck this. Fuck that. This is awesome. I love it. Blah, 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 blah. Hang out with us for a few minutes. Bug out. Come back later on when the next pick comes in. I think it's going to be something that's it's going to be
What is Oscar saying?
Oscar, you know what this show's about? Fun.
I was going to interject here. I mean, Oscar Guillen's big on credibility. I'd love to know, Oscar, do the four below me have any credibility with you, pal?
Oscar's like, what the fuck is this show right now live about the Bears? He comes in, we're talking about whatever, and it's not Bears. He's like, what is this all about? Oscar, I think this is the first time we've seen you. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight.
No. Don't say that. Oscar has been in here ever since I started doing the shows with Adam Mason. He's been in here for like the last 3 months, Shorty.
Yep.
Where have you been? Where have you been?
Here.
There we go.
Unbelievable, this guy.
I work too much.
Yeah, Chid's got the right answer. Just BCP. That's
Okay,
what it is.
so the link will be in the link will be in the description of the show, guys. And if you want to join us for the draft, please come in and out at your will. Don't make it too long so we can keep room for other people. But we cannot wait to try this out and see what you guys think. Because I was on this PSF app with Lesser Wolfong Jr. and there was the same thing. People could come in and out. It was a lot of fun. So can't wait to see what you guys make of it. But just to let you know, a week from today, it starts. The marathon, the BCP marathon.
Adam Mason says BCP is an acquired taste, like spaghetti and fish.
All right now.
It sure it is.
All right now, brother. Don't get me started now.
Oh no. Oh no.
You do one show with the guy, now the guy want to talk about your menu and whatnot. See what I'm saying?
Although about the game show.
See, that's when you need to queue up the fish and spaghetti thing. Where is that at?
What's up there, Aldo?
Here we go.
Actually thinking about doing fish and spaghetti.
Custard on your spotted dick.
What is up, Aldo? I'm about to have sex, so I might miss this episode. We'll see how long I last. Yeah,
we're doing a poll on that. We are doing a fucking poll on that.
You'll be back in 3 minutes.
Can you guys please specify the time lengths for the options? 4 options.
6 minutes, 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
I'm just wondering if his wife
2, 3, 4, and 5.
Of him alone while he's having sex.
Aldo, put on a condom. I know it's your wife, but put on a condom. You might last 3 minutes.
He doesn't need a condom. It's only his hand.
Whoa.
I love y'all though.
Oh man, love
if
you.
I stop messing with you, then you got to worry because I know where you live.
Yeah, no shit. Any one of us. 10 seconds is an option, as Tony Moy's saying. 4 minutes max.
Should we talk about the Bears maybe tonight at all, or?
I mean, it's only. But we got 2 minutes. Let's go on the 40-minute mark. While he's getting the poll ready, Walt, what do you think about the signings?
I love them. I think they're perfect. Actually, I think we were waiting to see what was going to happen with Kyler. We now know he's going to be here for another 3 years. T.J. Edwards was another good one. I wasn't really sure what they were going to do with him, honestly, because he was coming up at the end of his deal. He's been a very good contributor on the defense, probably more so than his running mate Jermaine Edmonds. But the money's right. And when the money's right, you do it. And they are both great signings. And honestly, Edwards has been probably the best free agent signing of the Ryan Poles era at this point.
100%,
yeah. People were on him at the end of the season. I was like, are you watching the same games that I'm seeing? I mean, nobody's going to make every damn play, but darn near, he's where he needs to be most of the time.
So TJ with the 2-year $20 million, that plays right into the revenue that it keeps building in the oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? The salary cap every year. The salary cap just keeps going up so dramatically that 10 million. This is weird, guys. Because, as I said before on the show, it's like Dio, that we signed. That's a guy that I would have thought, 20 years ago, we signed that guy for $4 or $5 million a year to be a piece, to not be a,
How long ago you said?
20 years ago. Like, that's the money that he signed for was Julius Peppers when he signed.
Do you know how much quarterbacks make per year?
Yeah.
60.
Yeah. You know why? Because Kirk Cousins and Jimmy Garoppolo inflated that fucking market so ridiculously at the time that they were free agents that Aaron Rodgers.
So those are the men that are responsible for how expensive these damn eggs are. Got it.
Yes, 100%. And then Aaron Rodgers, you actually blame Aaron Rodgers because he was like, "Well, I'm the best quarterback in the world. You have to pay me more than you paid Jimmy Garoppolo." And then they had to up Aaron Rodgers' contract. And thank God they did, because they hampered the Packers. And God knows what's going to happen when we get around this cycle with Caleb Williams, when he turns out to be exactly what PJ, cover your ears, thought he was going to be. Aaron Rodgers.
All these contracts are going to blow up. They're going to become NBA style contracts, man, baseball style contracts. So we're just witnessing that.
That will be the beginning of the end.
It will be. I mean, have you guys thought about this? Like, how long can this sustain before? It just seems to me like the NFL is on a major bubble, and it's going to burst at some point, and there'll be a strike or something that will knock it back down 10 more pegs because the ownership can't possibly deal with. Dude, did you see the NFL made in profit $26 billion this year? And every team got $416 or something million in profit. In profit. So the Bears, and now the net worth of the Cowboys is $17 billion.
Yeah, right. I mean, a guy like this, Jerry Jones, I feel bad for him. He just does not have the money to pay his players, right? Like,
No, of course
this
not.
is a ridiculous take.
He's broke, and in the same regard, the Bears have no money to build a stadium, right? That's like 4 years of revenue. The stadium is paid off, yet we're still paying for Soldier Field. I'm not, because I don't live there anymore, but you guys are.
I would say this, though. I think, the problem is until they actually come up with a better salary cap that says something along the lines of no one player should get more than 10% of the salary cap.
Yes.
You're going to keep on having this problem going.
Bearski Films did a great breakdown of that. You should go check it out. I don't know where it's at. I should find it and put a link in the show for you, because he broke it down perfectly. And you're right. It's once you hit that point, you're ruining your team.
But here's the thing. Here's the problem. And then I want to hear what Wall has to say about it too. Is the fact that people are still willing to pay $400, $500, $600, $700 for these tickets. The TV revenues are increasing. So where does it end?
I wanted to hear what Walt has to say about this, but what I wanted to say is, though the average annual value of a guy is $60 million, you can convert that into a signing bonus. You can push the money down the can. I mean, I mention this all the time. Jalen Hurts' cap hit in 2029 is $99 million. But before then, it's lower than his average annual value. So, again, in my opinion, the salary cap is a myth, but I want to hear what Walt has to say.
The salary cap's realistic. It's just fluid. That's the difference. It's not really static. Like you were saying, Carl, Jalen Hurts has got a cap hit, years down the road is $100 million. But they made it that way. They have the ability to do that. And eventually you're going to start pushing it down the line. It's just going to blow up. And with PJ, you're saying 10%. That's probably about right. I think that's a good number. But even if they don't, eventually it's going to get to the point where a quarterback's making so much money, the rest of the team is going to suffer. And in that sense, the attendance is going to suffer on the team. The the television audience will also suffer on the team. It's going to hit them in their pocket either way. And eventually they'll go back and say, listen, we need to do something about this. So they'll do it on their own.
Yeah, I just see the problem I have is because when you at the rate they're going, because they constantly always increasing this uh, quarterback salary to where you're going to have the highest paid quarterback won't have no offensive lineman to protect him because you can't afford to pay him. You won't have no defense because you can't afford to pay them, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Uh, out of all the sports that I'm aware of, football is the one sport that relies on everybody to do their part. I mean, other sports you can hide a guy. When the Lakers, because I'm a basketball Laker fan. When Lakers was winning their championship, they hid Kurt Rambis. They hid him. In football, you cannot hide a guy. Everybody has to do their job. So if everybody has to do their job, I don't see why you're not paying. I'm not saying everybody deserves 10%, but what I'm saying is when you got one person making 30% of the salary cap, which now affecting someone else to where someone else is going to be able to get paid, and it'd be a person who that quarterback needs to protect him or somebody like that. It's just to me doesn't make sense.
Well, I think even in your scenario, PJ, what you'll see is even if it's a flat rate, right, the salary cap increases X amount of dollars every year. So quarterbacks coming up to new contracts will still receive a bump in pay. It's just going to be a little more manageable than, say, going from $6 million, let's say, to 45.
Yeah, more manageable. To with that extra 15 million, you can get a couple of players or pay a couple of players a decent amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion.
Yeah, no, correct. You're muted.
Muted, Shorty.
What did I miss?
The recommendation that the salary cap again should be no more than 10% for one player. Or one player should get not more than 10% of the salary cap.
Oh, okay, yeah. But that'll never happen as long as it keeps going up, right? Or is it possible?
Well, no, I think that's what we were just discussing. We were talking about if you kept it at 10%, the contracts will still increase. You're not going to like hamper somebody.
So
in terms of that.
If you're looking for a comparison, the first thing that just popped into my mind is the NBA. The NBA has kind of these structured contracts, and it taps out. It's what is called a supermax, right? And you get a supermax with an inflated value if you're a local guy who's drafted or whatever. That's why when the Mavs traded away Luka, he lost so much money because of that. But I would consider the NBA a dying product. I don't know if you want to limit, a percentage to a player because at the end of the day, maybe they don't try as hard for that big bag because they know what their max is, right? I don't like the idea, but you guys can obviously expound.
Well, I would disagree with you on that, Carl, because NBA only have 12 to 15 players to pay. NFL has 53 to 68 if you include the practice squad guys. So they have a lot more players to pay. So therefore, the NBA. I mean, if we get into the point where our quarterback is making what an NBA player is making, it's so off balance. Then you still got to pay 67 other guys.
Now, wouldn't you have to bracketize every single position at that point, though? If you
that's what I should say.
The quarterback is this much.
No, no matter what players you choose, just one player cannot make more than 10%. So if you want to have 5 guys making 10% of the team's salary cap, fine, but that now limits you to whatever you're paying the other guys.
Obviously, I think we all agree the quarterback is the most important position. But what about a team with a terrible quarterback who has a good player that isn't a quarterback? They'll demand that money. They'll say, okay, I want the 15% supermax, or I'm just not going to play. That could create a really ugly situation.
You think right now there's going to be a quarterback in a year or two that's going to, because they'll put a new rule into place.
That would be a Jimmy Garoppolo.
That would normally be getting paid $60 million, and they're only going to give him $30.
But it would, in the reverse of that, it would mean that Jimmy Garoppolo and Kirk Cousins didn't overexpand the market and go to 40, $50 million a year when the previous quarterback was making 30 because they were a free agent at that time and they were the best quarterback on the market in free agency because you don't let quarterbacks go in free agency. They inflated the market ridiculously at that moment. I don't remember getting upset about it, and it still pisses me off today. And I want to say this really quick. We've got some new guys in chat. James Cristo, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Where'd he go? Laz, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And there's one more before I get to the one. Scott, is it Scott? I can't find you. But thank you for hanging out. Steve Rogers, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. And Dwayne Wallace.
That is my guy.
Dwayne Wallace.
That is my guy. His nickname is Train Wrecker. Body Shaper. Boom, boom maker. That's my man.
Can I just say that he may or may not have been a former Chicago Bear?
That's my guy, man. What's up? What's up, Dwayne? Him and I coach together, and oh my goodness, that's my man right there.
Dwayne, please, we'd love to have you on the show sometime whenever you're ready, man.
I have to record him in practice at some point. What he does in practice is, man, I'm telling you, good dude.
Oh,
good dude.
Look at Carl.
Carl's on it. Carl's on it.
Made the OTA in 2019. That was the Pace era, huh?
The Bears cut him.
What, we cut that guy? Come on, re-sign him.
No. You have to hear the story. Yeah, I'm going to let him tell it. I'm not going to butcher it, but you got to hear him tell the story about him and Sam Mustipher. I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there.
Dwayne, it's an honor to have you in our chat tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, man.
Dwayne, you should have been playing center that year because Musty was Musty.
Dwayne, if you got a video, I mean, I'm struggling to find it, man. Send it over. I'll throw it on the screen immediately, bro.
He says it's on YouTube. Let's see if I can find it.
Man, I tried looking for it too again. I mean, because he sent it to me before. And, oh, man, I'm telling you.
We get two people on it. One of us couldn't find it, right?
Yeah. He's a good dude, though. Oh, there it is. Dwayne Wallace NFL highlights, I think. It's a poorly recorded video. It was during the Bears training camp.
Oh, I see it. I got it. You got it?
Go ahead, Shorty.
I got it right here. So, Coach P, and that's awesome because remember I started calling you Coach P right away. It's like, oh, you're Coach P, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you got to Coach Jordan already. So it's like you can't be Coach Jordan because he's from the NFL. So here you are as Coach P, man. How cool is that?
Man, Dwayne's a good dude, though. I mean that sincerely.
So here's who Coach P is working with. Dwayne Wallace, formerly of the Chicago Bears.
Number 70 there.
Number 70. Look at him trying to pan.
I was going to say, that reminds me of a current player that we have. Do you want to give a guess as who I'm seeing? That tenacity, that fight? I'm forgetting his name. The guy who put on Bill Murray, the masterclass against the Panthers.
Yes.
We could use some of that tenacity. You're not kidding.
Dude, sign him up.
I'm telling you now, he coaches our offensive linemen the same way. It's the way he coaches, I respond to, and I see our players responding to it as well. Oh man, he's a good coach. He'll light into them, and when they do something wrong, his favorite line is, "That's okay. Go ahead and get those feet to moving." Then he have to do up downs.
You know what? And I don't mean anything. I mean this as a compliment, Dwayne. Like the Hall of Famers, the super duper stars of the NFL or any league, they just don't make good coaches. It's like they don't know how to coach because they've always just had it handed to him. And dude, that it's an honor to have you in our chat tonight, and with Coach PJ, Coach P. Awesome, man. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
I'm telling you, man, he's a good coach, and here's a beautiful thing about it though. As hard as he is on them and coaching them on the field, when we actually, dealing with the kids, in school and what having to deal with their professors and whatnot, he holds them accountable, and I respect that. I respect that tremendously because he does a great job of interacting with the kids, interacting with their professors, getting them to get their assignments done, and before they be able to play. So he's a great dude, man. I mean it sincerely, man. Train record, my man.
When you said that he watched the show, I was like, "Wow, really?" I was all like giddy. I was like, "What? We got a former NFL Bear watching the show, like, and actually he says he likes it." I was like, "Wow, it's clearly because it's not because of me. It's because of you. He likes because of you."
Like psychiatrists are stacking up. That's 3 now.
But you've got something going on over there, Peach. I mean, you got former NFL players that are admiring you for who you are, the same way that we all admire you for who you are. And like I told you, man, like you could just look up one day and all of a sudden you're in the NFL. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But no, credit to Dwayne, man. I'm telling you, you guys, I can't wait for you guys to meet him, man. He's truly a good dude, man. Him and I hang out after practice every day, man. So he's a good dude, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, so he was a Bear and a Bear, a former Cal Bear. Nice.
Yes. As well as a Kansas State, not Kansas State, but Kansas.
Okay.
Blue Jay? Is it right? Blue Jay?
Jayhawk?
Jayhawk. Yeah. Okay.
I tell you what, watching that film we just watched, Dwayne, there's no reason why I shame on the teams that cut you, man. Like you look like you belong in the NFL, my friend. You really do.
Hey, he brings that tenacity to practice, man. I'm telling you, he brings it to practice. And again, after you get those guys doing up downs, they perform the rep correctly. And here's the beautiful thing about it: he does the offensive line. I'm helping out with the defensive line, and so we going against each other.
Right.
And he be telling my guys, "I want you to kick my boys' butts," but he don't say butts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, he be on them, man. It's I'm telling you, it's beautiful to see, man. Just beautiful to see.
When he says Sam took his spot, what does he mean by that?
Mustafer.
Sam
Mustafer? Sam Mustafer?
Like I said, I'll get him. We got to get him on someday. We got to get him to tell the story. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get him to do it.
Yeah, respectful. Respect right there.
Yeah.
But Sam Mustafer? That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say after seeing that tape, Dwayne. Let's get back at it before Walt falls asleep.
Yeah, we got to get.
Sorry, Walt.
That's
all good. It was an interesting story.
Yeah, we'll get the rest of it too, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So what you guys? So did you guys see the coaches interviews today? Or was it today? Yeah, yesterday. Today.
It was today.
My day, man. Go ahead, Walt. Tell what the coaches thought, because I listened.
I didn't get a chance to watch them all yet. The big one I was associated with was the Dennis Allen press conference and his comments on Kyler Gordon. So that was really interesting to see that he's looking at possibly moving him outside or to safety. More so, to get him more Kyler Gordon to get him more time on the field.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. You didn't hear about that? Even I heard about that. That was
a big thing.
That was huge because it's not just him. tell the rest of it. Give us your Bears review, man. Because I mean,
I was going to interject on that and just say I heard the term cross training.
Yeah,
not that they were suggesting that he play the position, but just cross train.
Plus, there's room for you being the biggest Josh Blackwell meat rider on the planet. There's room for him then too, right?
I mean, yeah, you can't say that anymore, though. I mean, that's you can't say that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to cross train and not do the job, I don't see why you would cross train to do it. So I think they're probably going to try and give him, some reps at both extra positions outside of his normal, nickel, which I'm fine with. The kid is, he deserves the ability to do that and get the extra responsibility. What Foster was talking about was a video I did later in the day, and I've been mulling this idea around for a while. And this was actually looking at either Kyler Gordon or Tyreek Stevenson as a possible move to safety, considering the question marks that are in the room after this year with Kevin Byard and currently with Jaquan Brisker. Personally, I feel, and I said in the video, that a move for Tyreek Stevenson might be in his best interest. It's going to cause you to really put yourself in perspective and look inward to yourself and do you really want to do this? Because some guys get complacent. He's got a dog mentality, and that's what I love about him. He's got fire, he's got heart, and he's got drive. The problem with him is his mental lapses are too apparent. I think it's one major mental lapse, and we all know what it is. I'm not going to talk about it here. We've seen it 100 times over at this point. All right, but if we put him in a position to really use his aggression to his advantage, I think he'll thrive, especially under the new coaching staff Penn Johnson has put forth. Those guys hold you accountable. And, that also allows guys like Terrell Smith to come in. And, he did his own good work last season. And I'd like to see a little bit more about him. It also gives Ryan Poles the ability to look at a cornerback to play alongside Jalen Johnson and just give us a little bit more flexibility on the board.
I think if I was to guess, if we're not drafting eventually a safety, I would think Kyler Gordon probably be the one to move to safety because I look at Tyron. His name Tyron, the one who's in New Orleans right now.
Matthew. The Honey Badger.
He was a nickel, and in Dennis Allen's system, he moved him to a safety. So I don't know how much use or how much value Dennis Allen puts into the nickel cornerback. I think he would value the safety over that, and therefore he probably move him there, would be my guess.
Yeah, the one thing I brought up was you have to look at two different schools of thought in this. Do you want more of a zone coverage guy like Kyler Gordon, or do you want more of a I'm just going to come and run through you, Tyreek Stevenson? Now, given Stevenson's, mental issue, I don't want to say mental issues, but his mental lapses across the season, you need to be a really good communicator as a safety, and that's probably something Kyler Gordon would do better. And to your sorry, I'll let you go, Foster.
No,
to your point, PJ, you were saying about his nickel cornerbacks. Dennis Allen loves to run, and at least last year he did run a play, and I don't know the name of it. I'm not going to get into the semantics about that, where his nickel would actually line up almost behind his defensive end and kind of act as like a shadow. So you would see it a lot with Chase Young. He'd have God, I forget his name, Preston Taylor. I'll have to go check it out. But the quarterback would come in right behind Chase Young, flank off around the right, and smack into the quarterback. So you're gonna look at see Kyler probably pick up at least 3 sacks this year, if not more.
Yeah, and he's been doing a good job of blitzing off the edge at cornerback. He has done a good job with that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm curious to see where this poll is going. Who's a better safety? Stevenson, Kyler Gordon, or Terrell Smith?
I know Terrell played some safety in college. Am I correct?
No idea.
All 3 playing a little bit.
Okay.
Amphier is saying Allen likes to use 3 safeties sometimes. That could mean, a Stevenson or a Kyler Gordon. I'm not saying Kyler Gordon is a badass.
He's nice. He's nice.
I think that's what they mean by cross training or whatever. Because if you need him in a pinch or you need him for a certain formation on defense to play a third safety, I wouldn't put it past him to be able to do it. The dude he's the man.
So here's where I want to kind of interject with the Josh Blackwell story, if you will, right? Let's say the unforeseeable happens and Jalen Johnson gets a serious injury, right? Are you just going to replace him with an outside
Josh
guy?
Blackwell meat writer on
Are you going to replace Jalen Johnson with just some Joe Schmo? Or are you going to kick out Kyler Gordon and put Josh Blackwell in the nickel? I know what option I'm doing.
I am confirmed biggest Josh Blackwell meat writer on this ecosystem here.
It's
Got a little uncomfortable for you there, huh, Carl?
Drilled over and over and over and over.
I think this is happening. I mean, we're talking about this even because where are we going to be at with safety next year, and what's going on with Jaquan Brisker? I mean, is there going to be an issue here? The guy, is he going to be available? I mean, he's got a health issue. He's had health concerns consistently, but is he an odd man out in the Dennis Allen defense?
I'll state the obvious. I'm sure you guys all know, but the Bears do not have a safety under contract in 2026.
Right. That's
no
what
one.
It's been talking about, Carl.
Hey, hey, thanks. Thanks, Foster.
You Blackwell meat writer, you.
Whoa!
You know what? I'm just going to start calling him BMR.
Hey, yo!
What do you think, Walt? I mean, what with the shit that you were talking about, and it's just not even what you're saying, because aren't we going to be playing a lot more man coverage this year?
Hey, theoretically speaking, yes, that's what they were talking about, but we'll have to wait and see when the season actually starts if they stick to that or not.
True.
So, I mean, with guys like Jonathan Owens and Elijah Hicks, you're bound to find some deals there, either in free agency, draft, or undrafted free agents. So I really wouldn't put too much stress on that position. I think what you have to worry about really is more so Kevin Byard's position on the team moving forward. You know, he's 32 years old. And then Jaquan Brisker, just because of his concussion issues. Now, last I heard from Jaquan was he's ready to go. Now, if that's been confirmed by team doctors, I don't know. I don't have any of that information. So I'm just going by what the social media platforms are saying in that regard. But, you know, I do know when we drafted him, there was talks of him possibly going to New Orleans too. So I think Dennis Allen has some background in Jaquan, and I think he's going to put him to good use. So as long as he's healthy, I think he's going to be out there. I don't see him being an odd man out at this point.
Yeah, I don't think Brisker would go in there and say he's not ready. So when I hear players talk about their health, I'm always like, yeah, you're gonna always say that you're good to go even when you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, but hopefully, to your point, hopefully he is healthy and he is good to go. But I can't imagine him saying in any scenario, oh yeah, I'm not there yet. Because according to him, I think he said he was ready by week 14 or something like that.
That has to be cleared by the doctors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know on the field they used an independent neurologist. So more than likely you're going to have to be cleared by one of them versus, you know, whoever they have as their team physician.
Which brings up a good question from J2K. Let me ask you guys this. Can safety wait for a year, or is it really an immediate need?
I've got it personally on a lower echelon on my list. I mean, if you look at all my mocks and stuff, I was taking tight ends and safeties last for the most part, because I think there's more glaring needs that we need to fill at this point in time. I mean, if you look up and down the roster, for 2025-26 season, I think we're good at safety. Would you agree or disagree? This season only. I'm just saying.
Question.
So
it really depends, Foster. I think depending on how the board falls and who's available, then safety could be a priority. Because if you get a guy like Xavier Watts there at like 39 or 41, and there's no one else you really want, and you're not sure, I take him all day.
You got to.
You're also gonna have guys like Kevin Winston Jr. He's gonna fall because of the injury. The guy Makumba, the little guy out of Texas, is a possibility in round 3. There's also Jalen Reed, the other Penn State safety. So there's a lot of guys there to go after, but you don't have to go after them early. So,
you do these mock drafts, and you can constantly. There's a couple of ways to do mock drafts, right? You can basically take no trades and just go with all 7 rounds, and then you can take, a reasonable amount of trades, which would be, assuming that they're offered, you maybe take 1 or 2 trades back, forward, whatever. But then you have the other ridiculous trades that we all love to get into, or let's just see how many picks we can get in this round. And all of a sudden we have 18 picks and we get 2 safeties. We know that's not going to happen. So I think it's reasonable to stay within like the maybe the first scenario to the second scenario, or somewhere in between, maybe no trades or 1, 2 trades. And if that's the case, wouldn't it suggest that don't we need a linebacker too? We need a linebacker and a safety. We're talking about the future.
It's kind of like what Walt said. I mean, if we're sitting there and there's the best player on the board, especially if it's by far, which could happen, is a safety, and we can't make a trade, then you probably got to draft the guy. But hopefully they have the options to do it, because I don't see them going out of their way to get a safety this year unless they have a plan and they kind of see what they have and say, well, this guy's not going to be here next year and this guy's not going to be here next year. But looking at the roster, we know, as we talked about, that we don't have one signed for next year. But you don't know what's going to happen during the rest of this time prior to the season. So even J2K said something about there was 2 safeties targeted and 7 wide receivers that they're talking about. And where's the comment, man? It's a J2K comment. I just saw it somewhere. Sorry.
So this is funny because
read it out loud. Read it out loud for people listening, because J2K says
Castro and Makuba are the only rumored safeties of interest. Meanwhile, wide receiver is listed 7 times. Right. Which is
I don't even know where that come from. I'm trusting J2K because he's all on this shit daily.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to assume that his information is valid, which, from the things he's told us in the past, it appears that it's almost always valid. Like the comment a couple weeks ago where the Bears have spent more time and due diligence on 6th, 7th rounders and undrafted free agents than any team that I know of, anyways. So, that's what I love about Poles, man. He's always working, always looking for somebody. I'm still a Poles backer, man. Shut up, Shorty. No Poles comments either, buddy.
Steve Rogers says safety and linebacker are both needs for the future. This year has to be the year of the trenches, and I'm right there with you, Steve. Steve Rogers. I thought going into this draft, before the offseason happened, that this was going to be exactly what you said. But then they went, and again, I'm not entirely sold on. They traded for 1 offensive lineman that had a lot of injuries. We can't really be certain that we can rely on that. That kind of scares me. And Jonah Jackson, where Tooney's getting up there in age. How long is he going to hold out for and be good enough for? You've got Tooney's 1 injury away at his age too from being done. We've got Grady Jarrett. He's up there in age too, good leader, but those are not trades and signings that like they put me over the top with enthusiasm. They give me hope, but they don't impose, their will on me for a winning, like that it's going to work out perfectly for them, because history has shown it doesn't. So so that made me think like, do we just go offensive skill? Like, I did a mock draft last week after the show just for fun, and I picked Tyler Warren, Trevion Henderson, and Cam Scadaboo in that order. Because I'm like, me, I want the T formation. So I want the T formation. That's all I want. And Coach B was here for the weekend. One of my best friends was in town for the weekend with us this past weekend. He's a defensive coordinator for middle school, but he's still scheming things, and he is in the South where they go all year long. And I was trying to present to him all the different things you could do from a T formation with Tyler Warren, because you got 2 tight ends, 3 running backs in the backfield, and you've got an empty set. So with receivers, you could always run that same T formation, but the next time you're putting Roma Dunze or DJ Moore in the backfield, then you're putting them out in motion and as a wide receiver. You go with two receivers in the backfield, 1 running back. You put the 2 receivers in motion, and now they're out at their split wide. You can go Tyler Warren or Cole Kmet or both of them in the backfield with 2 split wide receivers and motion all this shit. And meanwhile, I'd love to sit down with you, Coach P, and think and draw up some stuff as you get further into your season and you're learning more and more from your NFL disciples that you're learning the game from, and see what you think. Because I know it's a joke right now, but this league is cyclical, and right now we are in a defensive back heavy, and I know I'm a fucking broken record on this, but we are a defensive back heavy NFL because the running back has been devalued. So in a big time running back class in the draft, why not just go back to back running backs and go and pound it down their throats, and then use the pounding down their throats to create different schemes with the ingenious mind of Ben Johnson to create packages out of that all look the same, that all turn into something else that just fucks up the defense and makes them they're always going to have to think way too much, and if they're thinking, they're not playing.
Can we say pause on that, ramming it down the throat?
I was gonna say I thought we stopped this whole T formation nonsense a long time
ago.
No.
It will never die with me.
It'll never end, Walt.
Because you know why? Because if somebody's going to do it, Walt, one day someone is going to do it. Why not us? It's our offense.
Well, let me take a moment again to say hey to Coach Ramses. He's actually our wide receiver coach. He's in the chat as well. So
is he really? Oh,
yeah.
Hey, nice.
And also, say hi to Mark Versalote. Thank you for joining us again. I think I've seen you before. I don't want to say I haven't because I get lambasted by everyone from saying you were here before. Leonidas, thanks for joining us again. But that is awesome that you're getting support from your coaching teammates, Peach.
Yes, man. I truly appreciate it, Rams. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for joining us, man. He's a good dude, man. He's down there, and he's from Miami. He's down there with some guys, and he again teaches the wide receivers and good on footwork, man. And they're responding to him. So again, good dude, man. Another good guy.
I'm curious though, Shorty. A bit off topic, but did you get a chance to read the Aston Genty letter to the GMs?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, it's good. I would highly recommend it.
Okay, I'm going to pull it up right now, so I can watch it after the show.
Oh, it's just
an
like
article. I can put it on screen if you want.
Okay. What happened if Foster just disappeared? What is it called? It's his letter.
Yeah, I forget what the.
Is it like the same as what's his name did? Miller, the wide receiver.
I don't know. I didn't see that one. I know Michael Penix did one last year.
Remember when the Bears wide receiver Miller,
Anthony Miller,
coined that letter? Like, if you draft me, I'm gonna. Is that kind of the same thing?
It's kind of along the same lines, yeah.
Okay. He's comparing himself to Saquon Barkley. Is that the letter? Dear NFL GMs, most people, they watched the Eagles win the Super Bowl a couple of months ago. They watched Saquon run through everyone in the playoffs, and they thought to themselves, "This is amazing." I watched it and thought something different. I thought that can be me. If you're wondering where I got this confidence from, I'll tell you. It starts with my family. Is this long? It seems long. I want to read the whole thing.
It is fairly long, yeah.
Okay, go check it out, guys. So he's saying he's that confident in himself.
In a nutshell, yeah.
And dude, I think he has 6 gears, and he only used 5 in college, and he used the 6th when he had to. And I wouldn't be upset if they drafted Genty. I wouldn't. There's a handful of players I wouldn't be upset that they drafted. That's kind of like the position that we put ourselves in based on the potential of the trades and the signings that we made, right? So,
yeah, I mean, he's not my first. I wouldn't say he's my first top choice. Probably like a 1A, 1B kind of thing, honestly. But the way things are falling out now, and especially with the Saints guy retiring, there's a good chance we might not have to go anywhere and still get him at 10. I mean, like J2K said, he would be a home run pick, and it's true. I mean, when you're looking for blue chip players, like it's right there in front of you. Just don't question it. Just do it.
I want to take the time out real quick again, guys, to say thanks to another one of my fellow coaches, Coach Thorogood. He's the offensive coordinator as well as a quarterback coach. He's joining us. Appreciate you. Again, a very talented guy. Man, doing a great job with the offense, installing a new offense and getting them on board, man. Again, a good dude. Played ball at Vanderbilt, I believe, quarterback for Vanderbilt some years ago. And man, good dude, man. Another good dude.
how about Coach Ram? Is that
Coach Ram? Is yes, that's Ramses. That's Ramses. We call him Coach Ram. He's the like I said, the wide receiver coach. So yeah, man, we got some good guys, man. So again, appreciate them showing me support, coming in here and joining the chat. So man, good guys, man. Good guys.
Thank you guys, man, for joining us tonight. It means a lot, really does. It's showing support for Coach P.
Yeah, you like
Coach P's the man. Dude, Coach P's about to make me religious. He's rubbing off on me. But no, seriously, it goes to show, like, you're a great guy, Peach.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother.
You're rubbing off, and you guys don't need to be in here, but you are, and we appreciate it. And it means a lot to us. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us, man. Like I said, we've been working hard, man, because we're going on with the spring football right now. So yeah, that's spring football. So coaching up the guys, long days and all that stuff, man. Still doing recruiting. So man, good guys, man. So thanks, guys, for showing me support. Appreciate you.
Adam Mason's not a fan of Genty. What if he didn't break the most tackles per attempt or have the most yards per attempt, and even in the Midwest Conference, and you draft him at 10? Mockery for years.
But he did.
I just don't feel comfortable taking a running back that early. I mean, especially when a deep running back class. I'm not comfortable taking a running back. I'd rather, again, hit the trenches, hit them, man, solidify offensive line, defensive line, and yeah, get the, I mean, if you need be, get a specialty guy later on.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Genty is, man, what he did was a bit out of character of what you expect a running back to do, especially in college. He kind of put the whole program on his back, and they did pretty good, to say the least. Yeah. But in Chicago, he's not going to need to do that, right?
How much mileage is left on his legs, though?
I don't know. It's a good question. So there are concerns, there are questions you need to ask, just like that, PJ.
Yeah.
Pros and cons. Anyone that can run that wall on blue turf without having a seizure, I think is a pro, right?
That's true. That's true.
That blue turf just every time I see it, I'm like, what is going on with this? How can they even focus?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is though, if you pair a guy like Genty with Caleb Williams and a guy like Roma Dunze, you're setting up your offensive core for years to come at this point. So, I don't know. Like you, Shorty. I wouldn't be upset if they drafted him. I wouldn't be upset if they moved up a couple picks to get him. Honestly.
Oh,
But,
don't talk about moving up with PJ.
Like I said, but that's all on what the Bears want to do. If they decide that Genty is the man they want, then that is what it is. I'm not gonna sit there and cry about it. There's no point in that. I'll embrace him
because that's like this is turned into one of those drafts where
Foster's in the bathroom. He's on the phone.
I got my neighbor's dog's going insane. And I'm taking a shit while I'm talking to you on my phone. That's what we just got from
that. I just got an idea. Someone in chat's asking for a simulator. I think we all understand that's a mock draft, right? Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to do a war room style type picking of the first 10 picks? Like we decide what each and every one of them are? Mm-hmm. Like a pseudo live first round mock draft, but just the first 10? Yes, no.
The first 10? I mean, that wouldn't be long. That would be interesting.
But that means we would have to be the GM for every team, correct?
Right. That means I'm going to send.
We're doing a mock draft, but it's not simulated. We're doing all picks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I don't know the needs of other teams. I don't know how much input I'll be able to give. I know Shorty won't be able to do. Shorty be like,
you can rely on my help if you trust it. I trust Walt, so it's up to you guys or the chat. We could do the chat's opinion as well.
I'd be like, who's the 251st ranked player? Have him go one.
The top 10 I think 10 players in the draft. Yes.
How about if we did it based on order of their, overall. Yeah. So the top rated players, right? So if we went 1 to 10, what would that look like?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It would be simple just to see, because everyone's in the chat saying, "Oh, Genty won't make it there," or other people are saying, "Oh, Genty would be a steal," or "Oh, Genty doesn't deserve to go in the first round," right?
Not Scatterbo at 10. Not Scatterbo at 10, JTK.
Somebody mocked Scatterbo at 10 today. Who had it up there? I think it was like Neverback Sports showed it on Twitter, and he was just like,
let's do that. That'd be fun. I think that'd be fun. We're not, because it's not going to go for 4 hours. We just get this done right away.
Either that or watch Foster on the toilet.
Yeah, Foster, turn your camera on.
No, please, no.
I think I figured it out.
Honestly, but I wish there was one person that would just be like, I think there was actually one person that agreed with me in one chat that like we're gonna get some drippy dicks. You can get your drippy dicks right here, Foster.
Greetings. I'm Dr. Dick Richards. Have you ever thought you were done going pee-pee, only moments later to find a drip or 2 or 3 in your underwear? Have you ever felt ashamed? Well, feel ashamed no more. Even the iconic legendary musician Elvis Presley has had his own share of drippy dick. For all the males in the day, them, there, though, thou arts out there. Anyone with a dick. I've invented a revolutionary patented design called Drippy Dicks. Our state-of-the-art patented design can absorb up to 2.5 cups of pee-pee. Place adhesive side down in your banana hammock. Watch Drippy Dicks go to work.
Come on. This is fucking hilarious.
The banana hammock is still dry. Just
look how dry it is.
Absorption. Drippy Dicks. Made by a dick for a dick. Drippy Dicks.
I have my box of Drippy Dicks right around here somewhere. Too.
You exposed yourself too.
There you go. Yeah, I did. You like that?
Cliff says,
10 inches looks like, buddy.
This is podcaster gold. Love it every time you show it. Today might be the last time you see it.
Well, where'd my Drippy Dicks box go?
Yes, Laz, it is, Dan.
Hold on. I'll be
Yes,
right
it
back.
is.
I'll be right back.
Oh, we're gonna start a mock draft, and the host is okay. Well, well.
I mean, honestly, PJ, if you
It's your
want
box of Drippy Dicks today, guys.
Jesus Christ!
And you know what's even worse? The fucking Depends made a commercial for fucking Drippy Dicks. These motherfuckers stole my idea.
It's Depend, by the way.
Yeah, they
No
they
S.
renamed it Depend. That's part of the Mandela effect, by the way, Carl.
The Manicali.
The Manicali.
Yeah. Are we going to scrap this idea? Or are we going to run with it?
No, I was just gonna say the dream scenario, PJ. If I could have my way, if Abdul Carter fell to a certain position, I'm calling whoever team that is. You can have whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
You know I ain't touching that one.
For Abdul Carter.
Now Abdul Carter is nice.
Well, do we want to give this a run for the money or no?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go for it.
Is it chalk that the Titans take Cam Ward at 1? Is it chalk?
It's chalk.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we get the Browns.
No, the
What
Browns.
do you guys think the Browns will do?
Shador Sanders.
No, what do you think they will do?
Who's their quarterbacks right now? Besides
They
Washington?
traded for Kenny Pickett. They got rid of DTR for him. They obviously have Deshaun Watson. And I thought there was one more name in the mix there.
Don't they have Winston too? James Winston? No, he's in New York. He's
signed
in New York.
with the
That's right.
Giants, yeah.
He was on it last year.
Adam's saying that's Chris.
Should have kept him, Walt.
Chris Foster, a real Bears fan, saying we should take a poll for each of these picks.
Flacco's back in the Cleveland.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, so what that tells me is that they are not inspired by Shador Sanders or any other quarterback they might be able to draft.
So who are they? Who is the wide receivers there?
For the Browns?
Yeah.
The Browns are giving an insane amount of money to Jerry Jeudy.
That's right.
Outside of that, I don't know.
I would say I would vote for Travis Hunter. I think that's who they go after.
So they should go after.
You think you think it's a should?
Yeah, because he can give them, I mean, obviously, I don't think he'll play a lot of snaps at wide receiver. He'll be more on the defensive side, but because of that, I think that's what it is.
So I think they should draft Abdul Carter, right? Pair the best pass rusher in the draft with the best pass rusher in the NFL. You've got a terrible offense / quarterback. He'd have a pretty decent defense at that point. But they do. There's not rumors. They're literally trying to build a new stadium, aren't they? The Browns. They need to sell tickets. And if they don't have a good quarterback, Travis Hunter's the next best thing. So I see that argument too.
Didn't they draft one of the top cornerbacks a couple years ago?
Denzel Ward's fantastic.
Yeah,
he's out of Ohio State.
I don't see him taking Abdul Carter with Garrett though.
Why? It's not like they're impacting each other, right? They would actually be impacting each other positively. They'd be on the same team at the same field at the same time.
But they often still be suck-worthy, I guess.
I mean, I guess if you can't score, it doesn't really matter what they do over there.
They'd almost be better off.
This is a rebuilding year, right? Like, in my opinion, them going after Flacco and trading for Pickett, they're just tanking for Arch Manning at this point, right? Like, they aren't trying to be a serious football team. They got screwed in that trade for Watson, and they have to deal with it somehow by wasting a year, right?
But did they get screwed, or did they screw themselves?
I think Watson is the one who did the screwing, and that's where the dominoes started to fall, right? So, I don't know. It's up to you guys. I can see either, but in my opinion, they should take Abdul Carter.
What do you got,
gentlemen? Hunter or Carter for the Browns?
I'm personally going to say Hunter.
I like it.
I like Hunter too.
No one has any conviction except Walt. We'll go Travis Hunter. Now the Giants. Are the Giants taking the Shedeur Sanders bait?
They've got to
go. Are they doing the correct pick?
They've got to go quarterback, right?
Who's this?
No. They signed little. I can't think of the quarterback from Seattle, Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Wilson.
Yeah, and they got Jameis Winston, and they've got the other. Not that that matters, but like they're putting all that money into that position. They're not going to draft a quarterback either.
It just seems like I don't know why they wouldn't. You got Russell Wilson. Who cares?
I'm not saying those are long-term solutions either, Walt. But
no, I get that part. But then you have to look at the long term too. It's like
we are talking about the Giants, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, long term, you tank for Arch Manning as well.
They're going after Ashton Genty.
No, the Giants.
I'm going to disagree on that, PJ.
Only reason why I say
a
that,
makeup for Saquon Barkley.
Yes, for one, and for two, they already got 2 defensive ends to where they're not going to go after Carter.
Who are those defensive ends? I legitimately do not know.
Brian Burns and
Kayvon Thibodeau.
This is tackle territory, though. Like, do they have?
I was going to say, I think there's 2 options for the Giants right here.
Don't they have that one guy there? The one defensive tackle, the 3 technique?
Dexter Lawrence?
Yes.
The rich get richer. Again, Abdul Carter, value-wise, he probably shouldn't be here at pick 3. But if they don't take Abdul Carter, I think they should take Will Campbell. But
okay, I can go along with that.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah, I can go along with that.
Okay, is that our first little surprise of the draft here?
Sure, why not?
Sounds
Keep it interesting.
You just wanted him because he's a Michigan guy. That's all.
Will Campbell is not a Michigan man.
Campbell was LSU, man.
I regret to inform you, PJ, but there's Will Campbell.
Yeah.
Now, this is where Mike Vrabel is literally like slipping on his saliva.
I can't see who is. Oh, New England. Okay, so New England's drafting next.
Yes, I mean Abdul Carter shouldn't have made it past pick 1 or 2, and he's here at 4.
Who are the top players available?
Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, Ashton Genty, Armband Bamboo, Warren,
Armband?
Jalen Carter.
What does New England's offensive line look like?
It's arguably the worst in the NFL,
Bad.
if not worst in NFL history.
This is still tackle territory.
I mean, when I listened to Mike Vrabel's introductory press conference, he really preached the trenches. And I have no reason to not believe the guy. Again, I kind of want to, Cliff, I want to put a stop to this. I mean, if Abdul Carter makes it to 4, the Patriots are either taking him or trading him away for a king's ransom, and someone else would come up to get him. Carter cannot fall this far.
Eric is saying Membu to the Patriots.
Nah, I say Carter.
Walt, are you okay with Carter?
He's not, but
I mean, personally, I'd be calling at this point, but Carter going to the Patriots is fine.
Yeah, I know.
Can you trade up? Yeah. Can you trade up just to see what it would look like?
I might be able to engineer that, but it would be annoying. Again, I just wanted to do a simple exercise of the top 10 picks. But again, Carter's not falling this far. I'm going to put a stop to that. We're on to Jacksonville at 5.
Foster is really laying a loaf in there.
Yeah, he's dropping a deuce in there, huh?
Man,
Foster's back in StreamYard.
Foster is dropping a Cleveland steamer onto some Green Bay chick's chest right now.
Yeah, see, J2K, I would have done that trade. I probably would have tossed in a pick next year too, just to push it over the edge.
Yeah, I see what Foster's saying. Carter should not be available at 4. I'm letting them talk over me, but it's silliness. Can I see, like, it doesn't let me go back?
No, this one never does. You can look at who's been picked, but...
Like at the top, yeah.
Yeah, you can't go back.
I'll have to end it and just show the top 10
What
at
kind
the
of
end.
crappy draft did you pick?
It's the mock draft database simulator, as per Adam Mason's suggestion.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Adam.
Jaguars, pick 5. What are we saying?
Mason Graham.
I think that's chalk as well.
Shador Sanders.
Come on.
I'm just joking. I think probably Will Johnson.
You think that they'd go Will Johnson over Mason Graham, Walt?
It's a possibility, yeah.
Do they need offensive line to help protect their bust of a quarterback?
You can always use a
This
line,
is
but
this is
they've got
also
players.
this is also tackle territory, guys.
Jacksonville will take a running back again. Their hometown boy.
No, I don't think they're taking running back. I'm gonna say they're gonna take Armand here.
That's right. They did get rid of the guy to the Vikings, Robinson.
Ken Robinson, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he sign anywhere yet?
Not that I know.
Yeah, yes, but I don't know where. It was a weird team. Was it the Texans?
Says, Graham, not a question. Erica says, Bamboo.
Yeah, the Texans signed Cam Robinson.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess the fans would probably go Mason Graham, Jacksonville all day, honestly.
I think Mason Graham to Jacksonville is chalk. And I don't hear a really strong argument against that, unfortunately.
If I wanted, listen, if I'm running the Jaguars and they have a brand new head coach who's an offensive mind, I would think that they would want to do everything that they could to get the best out of their bust quarterback before they call it a bust, because they're hanging on by a thread. They're just dying to call it, right? But it's like, one more year. What's the best thing to help out that bust quarterback? Is it a tackle? Is it a running back? Is it a wide receiver?
It's probably a good coach, which they do not have, so they're screwed either way, right?
So if that good coach is not a good coach, what is that dumb coach going to do?
Take a blue chip prospect like Mason Graham, who's destined for the Hall of Fame.
Or Armand Membu, because he wants to protect his quarterback.
Yeah, he want to protect his quarterback.
This is Jacksonville, though, so Mason Graham over Membu makes a whole lot of sense in their minds.
Foster, stick your finger up your ass. It'll help you. It'll help get it out.
This is insane.
I don't know what the hell happened. You still sitting on the toilet, dude? Get your ass in here. J2K saying he'll take a running back. Coach Thorogood is saying Membu. I'm thinking they're going tackle. I know it's possible. It's not probable.
Who is their right tackle right now?
Beats me.
I have no idea. I'm not a Jaguars fan.
Oh,
I gotta go with my coach, man. He's from the East Coast, so he'll probably know more about this one. Ear to the ground there. I'll go with Coach Thorogood and says Membu.
Yeah, thank you, Coach. I think I agree with you.
Is this
we kind of need Foster now because it's like 2 for 2 on each side.
And Chris Foster is ready to come help you wipe your ass, Foster. Need help? They must be related. That's the only reason he would wipe Foster's ass.
Well,
I mean, I guess what we could do is what's being brought up in here. They lost Evan Ingram. Just draft Tyler Warren.
Oh, no,
now that would be a stupid new offensive-minded head coach's input.
Would be
Absolutely.
Well, it fits then.
Wait, so who's the highest drafted tight end?
Tight end? It's definitely Kyle Pitts.
Pitts, right?
At like third overall or something.
No, he was number 6.
Was he 6?
Faking. Foster, who are you faking, by the way?
King. It's King, dude. King.
All right, Foster, who are the Jaguars taking at pick 5?
Did you wash your hands, Foster?
Yes, I did.
Good.
It's hilarious. He was
so Graham's available. I mean, I had him taking a tackle here, but
we have to keep all things considered. Offensive coach, head coach, new head coach. He wants to protect his bust quarterback. I think it has to be Membu.
Are you sure he wants to protect his bust quarterback? Because he might not want his quarterback.
Now that's the smartest thing I've heard this episode.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna if I'm running Jacksonville, I'm gonna look at this situation and go, okay. We know there's certain positions that are going to be better to draft next year, and Mason Graham's sitting here. I'm going to improve my defense because the guys here, because there's 5 or 6 blue chips in this draft, and then you can go from 10 to 40 or 50 and pick anybody you want.
No offense to Membu, he's not considered a blue chip prospect by anyone in this draft. Mason Graham is arguably one of the only blue chips. So
I'd say 5 or 6 because I gotta, even though I don't want to, I gotta throw Sanders in there because he's going to get drafted somewhere in the top.
Shedeur Sanders.
I mean, he's going to be in those picks.
I could see Shedeur Sanders falling to day 2. Like he's not as I
can't see that.
No,
but
not day 2, but not in the top 10.
I agree with you on that, J2K.
Being a new head coach and you're an offensive head coach, yeah, you might be tempted to bring in your own quarterback, but they just paid Lawrence. So the next best thing you can do is protect that quarterback because he is an offensive head coach.
So is it Mambu? Are they going to take Mambu?
Either he's a bust or he's not. So if he's a bust,
we're not talking about Will Campbell. Will Campbell, the best tackle prospect in my opinion in this draft, is gone. He was already drafted. So they're going to settle for the second best tackle prospect at 5?
Yes. Because you got to protect your quarterback.
It could go either way. We're not there.
We could pull the chat, J2K, but I feel like everyone will just get mad and it'll be inconsistent. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, man, let's just say that Jacksonville has a brain fart and takes Mason Graham. It's probably what they're going to do.
You really think so? Really?
You said a brain fart, though.
They'll do something stupid like that.
How is Jacksonville Graham at 5 stupid?
For the Jaguars, it's stupid. I'm not saying that Mason Graham himself is.
It's stupid for the Jaguars.
I took him at 7 in mine.
Can we do it? Can we pull the chat?
Oh boy.
Let's just pull a chat. We have to get a lifeline here.
These 10 picks will take 2 hours.
I mean, we have 5 people on the panel. It's an odd number of people. We can't decide.
Okay,
I understood.
Who you got, Foster?
I said I'm taking Mason Graham.
I said Mason Graham too.
I'm going to build my defense, and then next year I'll start working on the offense. I'll draft a couple tackles and a couple guards and probably a
Mason Graham. Then there you go.
If I'm Jackson.
I say if I'm a dumbass idiot moron head coach like they have, I'm taking an offensive tackle.
It's interesting though because now the Raiders are on the clock. Do the Raiders need to protect their valuable asset, Geno Smith?
Ashton Jeanty.
I think this is chalk. I think there's only 2 options for the Raiders, and one of them is Ashton Jeanty.
Who's the other?
Tyler Warren.
I want to hear what you guys think first.
You were going to say Tyler Warren, weren't you?
Take another tight end. There.
No.
They're not going to take a tight end, man.
No, you got to look at Shedeur, you got to look at Jeanty, and you got to look at Membu.
Yes,
those are the top 3 right there.
Yeah.
They're already.
Walt, the player that I'm thinking is the other option for the Raiders. You've mentioned this name.
Oh, Will Johnson too. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, no, he's
former. Michigan man, the new minority owner. Is that what it is for Tom Brady? He's a minority owner. He went to Michigan. He's got connections. He knows the in and out, everything about Will Johnson, in my opinion. If it's not Jeanty, it's Will Johnson, in my opinion, for the Vegas Raiders.
They went out and got Geno. What's missing from their offense? They've
They've
got a 32-year-old running back that
I got a good
ball out
comment.
of the backfield, and then a couple other guys. So I mean, you want to protect Geno? Get Ashton Jeanty and hand him the ball 30 times a game.
Well, Foster, do you know what Genty's being compared to? What player?
Who?
He's getting compared to Beast Mode, Marshawn Lynch.
No.
So if they draft Marshawn Lynch and they have Geno Smith, maybe, just maybe, good old Pete Carroll will think he's back in Seattle.
Are you making a poll?
In his old age.
The thing is,
it's hard to run a poll
for the Raiders. It's Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
Where was Chip Kelly last year?
Ohio State. That's why I said it's chalk. If they don't go running back, they're going to take a running back at 34, whatever they're at.
Yeah.
Those Ohio State kids will not get past them.
They need. I mean, I know they're not going to get past them, but now you've got an opportunity to take the best running back by far in this draft. I know
chalk.
people are going to throw a name or two in there, but you can't. You can't.
PJ, Shorty, who are the Raiders taking?
I vote Jeanty.
Me too.
Me too.
I'm creating a poll.
Alan Payne has got Jeanty first, Shedeur second, Membo or wide receiver. Steve Rogers says Jeanty. Chris Foster says Jeanty.
It's Jeanty all day.
So we got to just draft Genty.
We got the poll going. Let the poll. Let. This is on the chat.
Go for Genty. It feels like that's the consensus of the room.
I know,
It
but
is in the
Shorty
chat.
made a poll, so it feels like we have to see it through. Yeah, the
Fucking
entire.
Cliff's got to go. I vote for a wide receiver. Go make some meatloaf, dude.
Jeez.
Nothing wrong with T-Mac.
You know I'm messing around, Clifster.
Well, chat agrees apparently.
Cliff's vacuuming his lawn with his earbuds in and his phone on his hand.
The Jets are on the clock, gentlemen.
They were going to take a tackle because they don't want to pay their left tackle $25 million. But isn't Membo a right tackle?
So you took Genty?
Yes.
You derelict.
Did the chat disagree?
No. They agreed. I forgot to save it. I hit the wrong button. They agreed.
You didn't even end the poll yet.
Yeah, it was 60%. You already picked.
It says 71% are voting for Genty, and it's not even ended.
Oh.
Is the diarrhea coming out of my mouth now, Chris, or what?
Yeah. I mean, another team that I think their options are limited to 2 players, but I want to know what you guys have to say. What you think?
Oh, if Armand Mimbu's there, he's going to the Jets all day, every day.
Yeah,
I would have to agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I see people in the chat saying that 4 people in a row saying Mimbo to the Jets. Are you guys not thinking that being the new head coach, Glenn not wanting to take the guy out of Jalen Walker out of Georgia?
I mean, that's a guy who's probably going to go higher than everyone thinks, too. But in my opinion, if the Jets don't go Bamboo, it's Tyler Warren for them.
Yeah.
It's New York. They'll need to put on some sort of show. They don't have a quarterback, so they can... what's it called? Sorry, PJ, earmuffs. Jets don't have a quarterback, so they can draft one at Tyler Warren.
Just going to say
the Wildcat.
Well, they only signed Justin to a 2-year contract. That could mean Shador here.
Once upon a time, we used to like Carl.
That's what
the scroll says alarming memo.
Alarming memo is definitely
I'm drafting Bamboo. It's chalk.
Well, Foster, remember we had the Jets guy in with us, and that seems like that's to be the consensus across the board with a lot of fans.
Absolutely, yeah. I forgot we had the Jets podcaster on your show, man. All day.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Even before the show, we were talking about that.
All right.
If you say Mimbo, I'll go along and go with you guys with Mimbo there.
Well, it's too late. They already picked it.
But who are their tackles currently?
What?
Who are their tackles currently? The
Jets? It's so
I have no idea. Didn't they sign like some very, very old tackle last year?
Oh, that's right. You said Morgan Moses is no longer there.
He's with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll be replacing him with Mimbo. Okay. Thanks, Coach.
I could honestly see Justin Fields getting fucked 2 ways from Sunday here, and the Jets take Shador. I honestly could see it, and the only reason why I would applaud it is because, Deion Sanders came out last year bitching and complaining about the Bears being a shitty team, and Caleb Williams should refuse to come here, and he would never let his kids play for a cold weather team. I want the football gods to put Shador Sanders on an outdoor cold weather team. That's what I want.
Now put your anger and hatred aside.
Wait, what, PJ?
So you're just basically being a hater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. That said, gentlemen, who are the Panthers taking at pick 8? Because this one feels very, very interesting to me. I feel like there's a bevy of options they could go.
Warren.
I hear you.
Don't ruin my day.
Why do you want Tyler Warren so bad?
Because Tyler Warren and Cole Kmet.
That's interesting. I've seen Tyler
Take the
Warren,
snaps away from Roman Dunze. Understood, Shorty.
You know who went? We did ours was Jahad Campbell.
Yeah, another one where that player's probably going to go a lot higher than we think, right? He's not going to fall to 39, that's for sure.
Off the ball linebacker?
Yeah.
But honestly, I think they need a guy like T-Mac.
Another one, definitely can see that as an option.
Just got to think, like, who's Bryce Young going to throw to? An 80-year-old Adam Thielen?
Right. Yeah, I almost feel
I
bad.
got to throw this in. I was trying to say it before, but I just waited. So I just happened to Google when you guys were talking about the Jets offensive line, and this is on CBS Sports. They don't even have any guards listed at starting position right now. They've got right tackle Vera Tucker, Pittman at center, Simpson at left tackle, and Ruckert at tight end. They don't even have a listing on there for their guards on Jets.
Yeah,
so I don't even know what kind of position that team's in. I just had to throw it out there, man.
I don't know, guys. This pick for the Panthers is the one that's the most up in the air up to this point.
I'm going to say Kelvin Banks, though, because they need offensive line help. I don't know who their tackle is, but
that's wrong. Here, hold on. You guys didn't acknowledge this earlier, so let me see if I can put this on screen for you guys. These are the top 4 most expensive offensive lines in the NFL. 5, actually. The Panthers have the most expensive offensive line in the NFL.
Yeah, they just spent a lot of money on their offensive line last year.
The Bears have the 4th most expensive offensive line, which is really peeves me when you say you want to draft backup at 10. But
yeah, the Panthers. You guys remember when we played them? I think they had 2 or 3 linemen out, or 2 out and 1 hobbling. And if you remember, later in the season, they won a couple games and started having some offense because they did spend money prior to last season on their offensive line to protect their young quarterback. If you remember, they started having success the last 4 or 5 games of the season. So I think their line was intact, and they signed a bunch of these guys for 3 or 4 years and drafted a couple guys. I don't know if that's going to be a real need for Carolina.
This is where I can see Tyler Warren getting stripped from my hands.
Well, that's
Trattoria McMillan.
Yeah, there's 4 options. I could see Warren, McMillan, Jalen Walker, or I guess Michael Williams or Jihad Campbell.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to go offense to get their young quarterback another weapon. I mean,
yeah, I'd have to agree with you, Foster.
I'm just kind of being logical or commonsensical, if you want to call that, because look at all the heat they've taken for the draft pick to begin with when they had what's his name in Texas right in their hands, and they even said they were going to draft him. He was going to be their quarterback, and then the owner switched up on the look. I mean, look at the mess that's in Carolina. But if I'm new there, I want to give my young quarterback more weapons. I realize I have a decent line, but I'd be looking at Tyler Warden to come aboard and help this offense progress in Carolina.
No.
I'm fucking being honest,
Cliff,
Jordy. I don't know what the fuck
Cliff,
you want.
that's
you don't like it, leave.
This might be the comment of the episode.
Can you guys call up some podcaster from the city you're discussing? It would take less time.
What if we got ballsy and called like establishments? What if we called a pizza place in Carolina and asked who they should take? We could do that. We could do that. Who's got a spare phone number?
I do. Let's see if we can do that. That'd be fun.
No fucking way. Do it.
Oh, just to end this madness, I'm gonna group with Foster and go Tyler Warren.
It's 11 o'clock. Nobody's.
Who cares?
Carolina.
You're kidding.
No, they're closed. Everything's closed at 10, 11.
I like Tyler Warren. Are we drafting Tyler Warren? We being the Panthers?
Alan Pena says Warren or Shador. So
goodbye,
I don't think
Panther. Sorry, Saints.
At least the good thing is we don't have to discuss this one. It's gonna be Shador Sanders.
Oh, you just fucked my whole draft up. I was about to call someone in South Carolina, in North Carolina, to ask
New Orleans. Now listen, New Orleans doesn't sleep. Call someone. Just type in Google search Gumbo in Nala and call him.
I'm trying to get a hold of my cousin who lives in New Orleans with his wife. They become Saint. They're actually Boise State and Saints fans because they're from Idaho.
No, Idaho.
He not.
Okay, go back. Go back. I'm just curious. Go back to.
I can't.
I've got a number here.
It's right
go back
here.
to. Okay, so who should we ask this bar?
Who do you want?
Is this in Carolina?
Yeah. Who should we ask? The bar's called.
No. Just keep it generic. Ask them who should the Panthers draft at 8th overall. We have to mute ourselves. I want to hear this. This is incredible content, by the way.
Where's the number?
Dang.
Where's the number?
He's using his government phone number line.
Where's there? There's no number on here.
Oh my God, the tease.
You just got this in. You had it all lined up there.
Sure.
This is unbelievable.
There's no number on here.
Give me Dave's Bar and Grill in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Let's try and different.
Hey, I got a Dave and Buster's in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Call him. Just call him.
Says they're open.
Where's the number?
If they ask who's calling, please say Drippy Dicks. Drippy Dicks is calling.
Are you calling it?
No.
For hours of operation, please press
I think
1.
they're closed.
If you'd like to take out order, please
Wait.
press 2.
It says
For
open.
information on private parties,
Leave a voicemail. Leave a voicemail.
please press 3. For assistance or information regarding a rewards program, telephone balances,
I press the operator. See if anybody answers. They hung up on me.
Shorty, you're up next. Call him. Just
There's
call
no
him.
there's no website. There's no phone number.
Come
All right,
on.
let's move on. You know what?
Whoa.
Call somebody
give-
in the next town. Who we on? The Saints?
Yes.
Yeah, just what?
Can't be that complicated.
Give me Dave's Bar and Grill in New Orleans. I got Dave and Buster's again in New Orleans. Let's call them.
Are they open?
It says open. The other one did
Okay.
too.
I got the number. Hold on a second.
This-
Here. Private chat. Peep the private chat. I got you.
Here we go.
Holy shit. Stop it.
Put the phone by the mic. Who's calling?
Thank you for calling David Buster's New Orleans.
Hi. My name is Foster, and I'm on a show in Chicago, and we're doing a draft. And we've got New Orleans on the clock. Do you know who you guys would want to take as your pick in this year's draft, your first pick? Do you have a
NFL
preference?
draft.
I'm sorry?
Do you guys in New Orleans have a preference of what quarterback you or what player you would take in the NFL draft this year?
I'm not sure. I can probably get someone that can give you some information.
Absolutely. That would be great if we can do it.
Oh my God.
Yes, one moment, please.
Thank you. Can you guys hear this?
Yes.
That shit up. Crank this shit up.
Keep it up by the mic.
It's all the way up and it's by the mic.
This is hilarious.
Me love you a long time.
I can't believe
This needs to become a segment. This needs to become a segment. Tell her to make you a sandwich.
It's like my life. I'm going to be on hold for 45 minutes and then they're going to hang up on me.
This is unbelievable. They said
I thought it was a break.
this is unbelievable.
Can't believe there's no phone number for the ugly.
Put the board up.
She hung up. Tony says.
He's like, I'm just going to leave this asshole on the phone.
So,
from
like,
Chicago.
We need to use the chat's experience. If they have a place they like to go to eat in a certain city, give us that number if they're open, and we need to start making calls. This is epic. This is awesome.
You can't give us an answer. What's the best?
Yeah, we're live on the air in Chicago, and we happen to be running through the NFL draft, and we just thought we'd call somebody in New Orleans and see if you guys had any preference who you would draft. And I came up with Dave and Buster's because you guys are always open. You're all over the country. We all go there. So I thought I'd call somebody in New Orleans, and like I said, we are live on the air on YouTube right now. And we're trying to figure out who to draft for the New Orleans Saints this year's first pick.
Who would you like us to pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Who's
do
your
you
answer?
want? Who do you want on the Saints for your first pick in the draft this year?
We need another quarterback, and we need some offensive linemen.
Okay.
Ask about if she wants to know what players are on the draft board.
What about Shedeur Sanders as a quarterback? Or let me see if we can pull up the linemen that are available. I don't know if you know any of the names.
I know the Sanders guy. I know his dad.
Okay. There's also some decent linemen available.
Kelvin Banks.
Kelvin Banks is a tackle, which would be on the end of the offensive line. So you guys got some options. I know what's going on with Derek Carr. I actually kind of follow the Saints because I've been watching them since I was a little kid back in the 70s.
Me too.
Poor people we are. But I'm a Bears fan, straight up. I got to tell you, I'm in Chicago. I'm a Bears fan. So, well, we've worked together well over the years. If you go back and you look at the history between the Saints and the Bears,
Also trying to pick up the day.
there's been some crazy games and some dumb people on the field. Maybe
tell her about your mustache.
It's all about the enjoyment of the sport. And, when New Orleans was there, I was rooting for them because I'm an NFC guy. So I'm always going to root for the NFC teams. And as you know, NFC's in there. So do you think you guys would take a quarterback or an offensive lineman? I mean, what would you prefer?
Well, I mean, I'm just a plain old lady. I love football and everything that's followed all my life.
Awesome.
But I know we need somebody to protect the quarterback, even if the quarterback ain't the greatest.
Right.
We have to have someone that's going to be.
Tell her about Ryan Ramczyk retiring.
And to stop the defense from coming in and grabbing him or stuff like that.
Yeah, and you guys just lost one of your best offensive linemen. He retired.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I read about it.
So I kind of agree with you
This
too
is
on that
amazing.
because I think there's going to be some better quarterbacks available next. At least there's supposed to potentially be a better.
Ask about Shedeur Sanders.
And you guys could also get a quarterback in the second round, your second pick.
Quarterback or tackle?
Ask about Shedeur Sanders.
So we did talk about Shedeur Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Would you prefer Shedeur Sanders or would you take? There's a couple tackles right now that you can grab at this pick.
Well, if Derek Carr is going to be out of it, it's going to be the other guy,
Sanders?
Rattler, I think.
Oh, Spencer Rattler. Yeah, we were just talking about him.
Yeah,
So you'd let Rattler play this season out and go after some protection for him.
That's
Okay.
what I would say.
Done. Tackle
I
it.
have one question from you because I got a buddy that scrolls and he's always on a roll. He wanted to know if you like mustaches.
God.
He wanted to know if you like a mustache on a man.
Sometimes.
Okay, fair enough. And what was your name, hon?
Why do you need my name, baby?
I don't. You can see me. You can see me on YouTube anytime.
Save for your
Just go
dreams.
to-
Save for your
Go to
dreams.
Bears Country Productions. This show is on live right now. I don't need your name. I just wanted to thank you for your time and your patience. And
no problem.
We're not here to steal any information. This is literally a live YouTube show right now. I think we're on 7 or 8 platforms, guys.
Tackle it is.
So we're gonna draft the best offensive tackle for you guys right now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have a great day and have a great weekend.
You too.
I'll see you in about 6 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Stay safe. Thank you.
Foster picking up dates.
Bye-bye.
You should have told her about the tippy
That's
dates.
insane. That was insane. Unbelievable, Foster. Bravo.
It wasn't 2 hours into the show. I would say we just do this all over again and just call a bunch of bars.
We're gonna have to do a special show or something.
Well,
yeah.
you know what the
that's-
problem is? I wanted to do this.
You guys should do that Thursday before the
wait,
draft.
Do you guys remember when I go around to bars and we film it? I want to do that. I just don't have the time to do it. But hopefully by the time this season comes, I will be doing that shit again. I mean, there's so many things I want to do. I just don't have the time for it.
That was fucking epic. Let me see if this place is open and here we go.
We just
I
get,
got
people watching.
I got one for you. Let's just do Carolina to see what they would take.
Let
No,
me
just go
tell
to
you,
the next team, man. Let's call the next team.
Foster's the master at that, by the
Bears are
way.
next. The Bears are next.
Let's get to the reason why everyone's here. The Bears.
Oh no, I got to call Ditka's.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's call some Chicago restaurants. But hold on, we didn't finish the Saints. They're taking a tackle.
They're taking a tackle. She said tackle.
So it's Calvin Banks.
It's Kelvin Banks. Yep.
Kelvin.
And not
Kelvin
Josh
Banks.
Simmons or Josh Connerly or Ursary.
Rattler's going to start, and they're taking Banks.
You got it. It's done.
We got it straight from Dave and Buster's live in New Orleans. So there's no going back, dude. It has to be
Shorty, you got to call someone and let them know who's on the board.
Okay, I will.
I like the route that Foster went about letting them know that this is live on YouTube as well. It feels like that helps.
Okay, I got one.
Shorty's going to call
Let them know it's Bears Country
just gonna
Productions
fucking
as
hang
well.
up on his ass.
I will. I got it. I got a fire here. Let's
This
see.
is
Let's
this is fucking awesome.
let's see what the Bears do next. Per the fans, right? So who's on the board?
The Bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
He meant the players.
Who you taking off this board, Walt?
It's Jalen Walker.
Me too. That's right. There's no thinking. I'm taking Jalen Walker.
Okay, let's go up to the first in 9 picks.
Actually, you know who I would take off the board right now? Shamar Stewart.
Okay, let's
No.
Okay, let's get this ready. I want to know who went before us.
Do you want to start? Do you want to start writing? Do you need to know
Smoking
that?
weed with Shorty and his, you're gonna mess
I
up
don't know if I can do
You're gonna
that.
mess up the Bear review if you're doing this, Walt.
You can't show who was drafted before this, can you? Because you picked the wrong fucking draft.
What's that, false? I've always been very high on Shamar Stewart. I haven't been shy about that.
Okay.
Okay.
I apologize. I took that. I thought you were joking around about it.
Who has been drafted so
Because
far?
I pay attention and then I forget these things like really quick.
Can I address Coach Thorogood?
Can you
here?
write this down real quick, Shorty?
Hold on. Okay. Cam
Coach-
Ward.
Coach
Cam Ward was
Thorogood,
1.
I would trade back.
Travis Hunter, I think, was 2. Will Campbell was 3. Abdul Carter was 4.
I get you, Pete.
Okay.
Mason Graham was 5.
I'm just
Okay.
Ashton Genty was 6.
Okay.
Bamboo Armand Membu was 7 to the Jets.
That's
I
a
think
hard
it was
name.
Tyler Warren at 8 to the Panthers. And then pick 9 was Calvin Banks.
Kelvin.
I can't trade back though. I'm taking
like
Jalen
Calvin
Walker.
Klein. Like
But
my
yeah,
underwear.
Foster, my number one edge is Jalen Walker.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Yep.
We've been ready, Shorty.
You should ask to speak with a woman, by the way.
Hey, you got any chicks there who know football? I'm just gonna go to the corner and ask them. There's a bar right here.
They're up until 1 o'clock in the morning.
They got caller ID and they see the call from you and they're not taking it.
Star 67.
It's coming up PCP Lounge. And they're like not taking it. Raging Oracle. Watch, I'm gonna have the cops at my door tomorrow morning. It's a good thing I won't be here.
2 more rings. I'm going to call another place.
Call strip clubs, they're open. Chris knows.
Call Magic City. Is it Magic City in Georgia?
No, what's the one in Elk Grove Village, man?
You're talking about the underground.
There's like 1,000 people in Heavenly Bodies right now. It's just getting started.
We've got Sarai's Rooftop, Chicago Loop. We've got Howl at the Moon and River North. Which one?
Are these strip clubs?
No.
What's Howl at the Moon?
It's a bar. Closes at midnight. Let's try this one.
Raging Oracle says Belly's is always open.
That place is closed. Let's try the next one.
You should pretend to be the guy from Bar Rescue, by the way.
Is that me?
No.
Who's
calling? Foster?
A bar?
Are you Foster's dialing though?
Yeah, I'm calling a bar.
Yeah, this is definitely Foster.
Hey, who's working tonight?
It's Katie.
Hi, Katie. I don't know if you know me. It's Foster from down the street. But
Oh, what up, Foster?
How you doing?
Oh my God!
You guys busy?
You didn't know that much.
Oh, well, I got a question for you, Katie, because we're live on the air right now on Bears Country Podcast on Thursday nights. Katie did. She's super lady. This woman's awesome. I don't know if you have any preference. You watch the Bears. I know you watch the Bears.
Sure.
Okay. So with the first pick in the draft, because we're doing a live draft right now, Katie.
I don't know that I know anything about that.
Okay, but let me ask.
I watch games, but okay, go.
I know you do because I know you have fun doing it. What position do you think we need to address? Because we know it's not quarterback. It's probably not defensive backs or cornerbacks or safeties. But what do you think we need the most, Katie?
I have no clue.
That's fair enough answer.
I have no idea.
Too bad.
Does she know someone who does?
Too bad Phil's not sitting in there because he'd give me 10 answers.
Yes, he would. He would tell you what you want to hear.
All right, I'll let you go. You stay safe, and if you're unlucky, I'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, I'm probably here.
Okay, bye.
All right, cool.
All right. I'm calling Howl at the Moon.
I'm just saying.
What about polecats?
Hold on. Now you see how Foster get these women.
Hold on.
Absolutely. How do you think they
Centuries
knew
of practice,
Foster?
Pete.
Because
I
that
was doing this- I was
mustache.
doing this before they even had phones.
Oh. Just go around knocking on doors.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been shot at before, but.
Thank you for calling Howl at the Moon Chicago, the dueling piano bar that's run
Shorty, he can't call nobody else, brother.
Thursdays
You're doxing them. Get that phone number off the screen. You're doxing them.
2 a.m. and Saturdays 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Cover charges
God bless. God bless Cliff Victoria.
for general information, location, special
Spam zero. Spam zero.
specials. Please visit our website at www.
The problem is, Cliff, when you go to a bar at 10:30 in Chicago on a Thursday night, nobody wants to look at a guy. That's why all women are working. Well, maybe Shorty. I don't know.
Life lessons
Shut
with
up.
Foster.
Shut up.
Press 3. To repeat these options.
It's a manager.
This one. Raging Oracle says, now I see how Foster has so many paternity suits.
I'm getting shafted.
Cliff, I hope you remember Chicago. You were here.
Extension.
You're fucking no good, dude.
Shorty can't call me.
You're no good.
I fucking, man, you know what, Shorty, dude? I love you like a brother, but this is where I'm going with this.
Ooh.
Shorty can't call no one else. They don't pick up.
No, if we're gonna do that crap, it's got to be me. I just got to call.
And Foster's got the local phone number, right?
I Googled everything I called for numbers.
Let me call one more.
What about Second City?
When I was calling places, I just went Dave's Bar and Grill at every city I could think of because there's usually a Dave's Bar and Grill.
Thank you for calling Sparrow at 12 West Elm Street. Please check our website at sparrowchicago.com for updated hours. All inquiries.
Is your fridge running?
Info.
You better catch it.
Although
Or leave a voicemail.
Aldo got laid, I'm just wondering which hand did he use. You
Oh.
got a blow up, Aldo.
It's called Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, that's
Oh
what we
my
should have
God.
done. We should have
Emerald, how about Emerald Lupin Bar? Here we go.
Oh, not this high-end stuff. Call the dive bars.
Emerald. There's going to be 20 Irish junks in there right now. Edison Park, Emerald Isle.
Online at emeraldloop.com to see our menus and daily deals and to make reservations. We recommend that the go and delivery orders be placed online on our website. To carry out and delivery orders, press 1. For hours, press 2. For event planning and large groups, press 3.
So wait a minute.
Press 4. For receipt requests or billing
This is
inquiries.
going nowhere, dude.
I know.
Hey, Patty's got one. Teasers.
Press 0. Okay.
I'm writing a song.
Hello, I'm calling live from a podcast, a Chicago Bears podcast right now. We're doing a live mock draft, and we're trying to figure out who you would like to draft the Bears to draft in the NFL at pick number 10.
You sounds like an AI chatbot.
Sure.
You got the speaker on, man?
Yeah, I could hear her.
Barely.
How can I help you?
Hello, I'm calling to you live from YouTube, Chicago. This is the Bears Country Podcast live on YouTube. We're doing a mock draft. We're trying to figure out who you would like the Bears to draft in the NFL at number 10. Do you have any preferences?
Honestly, I don't watch football, so I'm sorry. I can't help you out on this.
I'm getting shafted.
Is there someone there who does watch football?
Is a Bears fan that can give us an answer?
No, there's not a lot of football fans here, unfortunately. That's like more of the day crew.
All right, thanks. Have a good
What
night.
about any hot women? Oh, and you just pay. Oh, Foster, get on the phone, Foster.
So I got an answer from Chris Foster that's on the show. That's in the chat, Chris Foster.
Uh-huh.
I got a feeling it is my nephew, literally.
Jesus.
Because he just texted me number 1 offensive line. First pick is offensive line, and second pick is defensive line. So it probably is my nephew. That is.
That guy's your nephew? That's hilarious.
I'm guessing because there's nobody else texting me from this number but my nephew, Chris Foster.
How about the Matchbox bar?
No, call a strip club. Call Polecats.
Who are you taking out of what we have left? Because I don't even know what our choices are right now. Oh no, we already did this.
Yeah.
This place closes at 10 a.m. or at 4 a.m. They've got to have somebody's
Shorty,
got to know.
You're banned from making phone calls, sir.
I know. It
This is
has
my
to be
last one.
Foster.
My last one.
See, so
hold on.
Chris Foster said, "I wish I was your nephew." So this isn't my nephew, but one of my nephews from Indiana just texted me that answer. So he's watching the show. I don't know if it's Mike or Chris.
Oh my God.
Piggies. I hope everybody's good.
I'm getting
I'm talking to my nephew, whoever it is. I hope everybody's good. Things are just very difficult right now with everything going on for me. So
How about the Green Door Tavern?
ooh, that's a good bar. Oh, wait, is that the Green? Yeah, the Green Door Tavern. That's an old bar, like real old.
Who's the guy from Bar Rescue? Is it John Taffer?
Yeah.
You should call him and say, hi, I'm John Taffer.
Although says even if they are, no one will admit that they're related to Foster.
That's true. Very true. Very true.
It's true, Aldo. You know, Aldo's my third cousin on my second ex-wife's side.
That's what she said.
I got no luck with this.
Hello?
Yeah.
Please leave a message after the
What the fuck?
You need to star 6-7, man.
Sexy. Hello.
They're screening you because you're using the Jordan
Oh,
number.
this is a speakeasy.
It's Italian? A speakeasy?
A speakeasy.
God damn.
Hi, thanks for calling Brandon Speakeasy. Just so you know, we're speaking on a recorded line. How can I help?
How is that a speakeasy?
Can I help you? Are you live? Hello?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
It's a real person.
I can answer lots of questions about this business. So let's try again.
Oh,
How can I help?
No, we're calling live from Bears Country Podcast.
It's
We're doing
AI.
the NFL mock draft. We're trying to figure out who you would draft at number 10 for the Bears.
Sorry, I still didn't get it.
That's AI.
Totally is.
It is.
It's
like you gotta call. Just dude, call Dave and Buster.
Hey,
like Addison or
3
something.
dots and a dash.
Hey, I'm going to Walmart. I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Peach, when you go get to Walmart, pull out your camera and ask them who they would draft for the Bears.
One more.
3 dots and a dash.
That's okay, Chris Foster. You might be my nephew and you don't even know it, dude. You might even be one of my kids.
Shafted.
Good evening, Rusty. How can I help you?
Hi, are you a Bears fan?
Are we what, honey?
Are you a Bears fan?
We're not a liquor store. We're just a bar.
No, but are you a Chicago Bears fan?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Okay.
In Chicago, aren't I?
Okay, so we are live right now on YouTube on Bears Country Podcast. We're doing a mock NFL draft. We're sitting here at number 10, and we want to know who you would pick for the Bears at number 10.
Have a wonderful evening. Good luck.
Thank you. You too.
So
You didn't tell her about your mustache.
wait a minute,
You're supposed to
wait a
say,
minute,
"I have a
so that-
voluptuous mustache."
That means she's basically Ryan Pace. Have a good night. Good luck. Wrong
Let me look
draft.
up
She said Sanders.
Unreal.
What a dickhead.
Shorty, you're banned from making me any more phone calls, sir.
He kept going. He kept going.
Good luck to you and have a good evening.
Somebody said that.
Somebody dots in a dash.
Somebody said 3 dots in a dash. Let me try that.
Please have Foster call though. Please.
Right, you know, Urkel, said she was like, "You're not Foster," and hung up on him.
I know. It's like the women can sense the mustache.
I think it's more than that. They know. They know when they hear my voice. I've got that raspy, dulling tone. It kind of just lulls women into it.
Oh, yikes, yikes.
You know I'm coming, baby.
What the fuck?
It's not a question, Cliff. Come on. I'm not here to waste anyone's time.
I didn't know Katie was working. I'm going to go later, guys. I'm going to go hang out at the bar with Katie, and I'll talk to you later, man. I'll send you some video.
All right, I give up. That's my last call.
Foster, call 3 dots in a dash.
I just did.
No, it's because you're using some BS line. I got the number. I'll read it off. I don't care no more. Ready, Foster?
No.
I got it right here. It's 312-610-4220.
Well, I have to get to my thing. It's 312
610
610
4220.
My money's on Foster, Cliff.
Watch, he's gonna get on the line with some bitch with a crazy name, and Foster's actually gonna have a date.
I told you I'm gonna go hang with Katie, dude.
Call Ryan Poles.
He's about 20 years younger than me. I'll hang.
Someone named like, I don't even know what name is gonna answer.
Does anybody got Ryan Poles' number?
I know his address, unironically.
Hey, dude, who you drafted? Yeah, it's Foster. Just tell me. I won't tell anybody. I promise. So, Scroll, I said she's about 20 years younger than me, and Scrolls goes, so what? She's like 130?
Yeah, Shorty sounds like the FBI calling. Hi, we're ready to go Chicago Bears podcast, and we're on the clock for a mock draft.
Let's do one. Let me try one more, guys. I got an idea here.
After this, we're picking on ourselves.
Give me the number to Harvig's staff in Chicago.
Cliff says Foster is like Danny Masterson on that 70s show without the prison.
Yet. Time will take care of that.
That's funny, Oscar, because
give me the number to Har Higgs in Chicago. It's a bar.
Har Higgs?
Yes. Har Higgs. It's called Har Higgs. It's been there like 80, 90 years. So I don't know the number. I haven't drinking in there in 20 years, but here we go.
Your call cannot be completed at
fuck that. Oscar, it's funny because my friends always said that I look like a cop.
Yeah.
Hey, where is Larry there? Give me the number to Dino's Bar and Grill on Higgins Avenue in Chicago.
Let's call Johnny's. They're still open. Johnny's
Beef?
Hey, can you get me in touch with Paul?
For you.
I don't know if they're open.
He said cock, not cop.
I got a number for a Dino's Bar and Grill. I have no idea where it's at.
Is it 773?
Yeah. Clark
Seven-
Street.
You
Seven-
have reached Dino's Pizza, located at 7004 West Higgins in Chicago.
Oh, let's just dox them. I mean, it's a business, but
Is it 763?
Foster, I say you just start making phone calls from your contacts at this point.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I've got a dive bar that I know of.
For stopping this bit. Thanks, Aldo.
Sorry, Aldo, it's not enough. I'm going to make another call.
I got one here. I'm pulling it up here.
You got to get to 20 and I'll quit.
Just give the number to Foster. Shorty's banned. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I don't have Curtis. I don't have anybody's phone number, Cliff. Because Shorty won't give me your number or anybody else's.
Hello, I'm calling you live from Chicago, the Bears Country Podcast, live on YouTube. We're doing a live NFL mock draft, and we're curious to know who you would draft for the Bears at number 10 in this NFL draft.
That's not
the phone on speaker.
Hello.
That's not. You gotta ease into it. You don't just shove it all in.
Slow down there.
This is the FBI. Give me your pick.
This is painful stuff.
All right, who are we drafting? This is not working. Look, we can call anywhere else. When you get to Chicago, they're like, "Fuck you."
No, what's not working is Shorty. Shorty, you're laying it on too thick, man.
Sorry, man.
Call 911.
Are you sure you're not my nephew, Chris?
Don't you guys dare call 911 and ask.
No.
Who you calling that, Foster?
A buddy of mine who lives out by Adam in Arizona there.
Foster, hang on a minute.
You got it, George. Hold on.
Now we calling our friends.
If the first thing you say to him isn't "Let me talk to your wife," I'm gonna be very upset with you.
That's what I said, Raging Oracle. Call Heavenly Bodies.
But you called your friend instead.
Shorty, call a strip club.
Phone a friend. You want me to call one more?
Nothing. How you doing, George?
All right, man. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm live on the air on my weekly Bears podcast. And we've done a mock draft. So we've called a bunch of bars, and I said, I'm going to start calling some of my friends. So I figured it wouldn't be too late to call you and ask you. We're sitting at pick 10. We've made all the picks for the other teams and what we think is, what they need to fill their rosters. Do you have any idea who you would think the Bears should take at pick 10? Have you looked at it?
I don't think he'll fall that far, but actually, any of the top 2 or 3 running backs, I would like to see.
Okay, so Genty's gone.
He's already gone. So then, is Hampton next then?
Hampton is left. He is next.
I would take him.
That's who you would take is Hampton.
I would take Hampton because number one, Swift is a little bit older. I think Hampton has great ability. I think he's definitely a potential 3-down back. A little bit bigger in size. I like it.
What about an edge rusher?
I think they I was earlier in the year. I was going to say OT, but
yeah.
They picked up. They shored up the line pretty good there. I think so. And plus, they have some decent guys. Over the last couple of years that are could learn a little from some of these veterans. So I think the offensive line is okay.
What if one of those guys gets hurt on Halloween, man? I'm just saying because it's 17-game season, man. When we were kids, it was 14 games.
I know, but I know but they have some okay guys. I think that can fill in.
Okay.
Now, if two or 3 of them get hurt, then it's a whole nother story.
Yeah,
but if you lose one, one man, I think next man up will work. But
I just don't know if we have the depth on our team at this point. We've got the starters. Our depth is Pryor's not on the team. I think the only guy that we have for depth that I would consider the best at this point in time today, because we haven't seen preseason, would be Bill Murray. But other than that, Pryor's not even on the Bears anymore. He was the other depth guy that I liked.
They could still go OT then, and then second round. There's plenty of running back depth in this draft.
Absolutely.
So I think you could still get a good running back round 2.
So Josh
So
Simmons
that could be an option. You know, if they decide to go OT and really, I mean, the bottom line is you need to protect Caleb Williams because he's going to be that much better of a quarterback going forward if you have the right people in place to protect him.
So you're thinking like in the position we're in because the tackles we wanted are gone and Genty's gone. So in order to get the next running back, or maybe even pick up an offensive lineman, maybe even an edge, trading back a little bit, and then getting that running back in that second round there where there might be a plethora of them right there at 39.
Yeah, I still think there's going to be I think there's going to probably be 3 running backs that go in the first round, maybe 4, but there's still a lot of depth there. I mean, there's a lot of good guys here running back.
I got guys going in the 5th and 6th that I would take and pluck them right in this lineup. That's how deep I think the running back is.
I mean, it is. It's the deepest running back, draft we've seen in a while for sure.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
So tackle.
So
yeah, I would say that we can go tackle. Then if you're feeling a little bit on the depth side, we go tackle. Maybe they play. Maybe they don't start. Maybe they learn. They end up playing a little bit halfway through the season, or if someone gets hurt.
You play them. You play them when you're up. When you're up a couple touchdowns, and you sneak them in for a play here and there, and get them to get the feel of the game.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could possibly be somebody like Booker. He's a high prospect for a guard, though it's not a tackle position. Because I know everybody's talking about the left tackle, but I think we're better there than we might believe because we don't really know what we have in Kieran Amagdala. Can't say his name. And it appears that Braxton Jones is healthy.
A mega DJ.
But I don't know if the depth is there still because we don't really know what we have, man.
All right, tackle it is.
Like I said, I don't have a problem going with.
There's also a couple edge rushers available, dude. Like Jalen Walker is actually in our mock. He's 10th on the board, and we're at pick 10. So I'm just throwing that out there too. I don't want to just say we're at one thing.
Well, I think I know we lost a few guys on defense, but I still think their defense is pretty strong.
Okay.
And I think the only way that we can see what Caleb is really, if he's the real deal, is if you have protection for him and he has time.
Protection and weapons.
I mean, he's
like
got some decent guys there to throw to. So, you can't say that he doesn't. You have a good tight end situation. You get a running back in the second, even third round, and you shore up that position there. I don't think Rashawn Johnson's getting a fair shake. I think he's pretty decent.
Okay.
So
I was a big Rashawn backer, man. I really was. I kept saying this guy could be a 3-down back, but I don't.
All right, tackle it is. Wrap it up, Foster.
How good are you going to be?
Right.
If you got to do everything yourself, that changes the whole picture.
This is true.
That could be a Walter Payton, or a Barry Sanders.
I'd love to have one of those.
We don't see a lot of those.
No.
So, I mean, when you're one of those guys that could use a little help and needs a little bit of a line.
Yeah.
Look at these guys that are the better running backs, and they're not even top tier running backs, but they're doing good because they have a decent line.
Okay.
Tell them to join us as a guest sometime.
I appreciate your take, and the rest of my panel and people in my chat want you to come on as a guest. So if
I'll be in town, next week for about a week and a half. So if there's a way that we could do it, I'm in.
Absolutely, dude. You give me when you get in town, make sure you contact me, George. I lost all my phone numbers, so this is why I called you on this because I don't have my number.
Gotcha.
So if you got my number, just text the name George on it so I can put you back in my phone book.
Got it, buddy.
All right. Thanks for your time, George. I appreciate your patience, brother. I'll see you soon.
Have a great one.
Thanks, George.
Is that George Hallis?
No.
It's a joke.
George Hallis.
I'm making one more quick call.
Oh God. This is supposed to be a quick thing, right,
and
girl?
The crowd moans.
Hey, Foster.
Yeah.
Hey, we're sitting here at 10 at pick 10.
Jesus.
I hate it when these motherfuckers call me and hang up. It happens to me like 3 times a day.
No Hampton at 10 for me.
Do not redeem. I'm just kidding.
This comes down to the chat. I mean, everyone's off the board that I would like. So if we took Simmons here, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, George
the panel
Foster
says
played for
edge
the Reds.
rusher.
It's my
I
son.
know Josh Simmons, man. I'm going Jalen Walker all day. Forget this.
Yeah, I'm with Walt. Give me Walker, man.
All right, let's
Edge
do
rusher.
it. Let's do it.
It's over. It's over.
And let me ask you this, Walt, because I'm going to probably say the same thing you are. But so what's your opinion of Walker? How are you going to use him exactly? Do you actually know even?
Well, there's a lot of ways you can use him. Actually, I mean, you could run him purely as just a stand-up edge to begin with. You can use him in places where, like, say, T.J. Edwards needs a rest. He's got the ability just to do that kind of job too.
He can
Honestly,
cover it. He can cover at the linebacker position.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's the greatest, but
He'll get you through a play or a breather. Right?
MS, I'm in the chat, but I don't have my chat log opened. It's popped up in another screen, so I can see all that.
That took a lot longer than we thought, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks to
but yeah, see, I'm not doing what Georgia did and had him run all over the field anymore. He's becoming a full-time edge, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing. We're not going to play any more games.
I'm in agreement with you, dude. I just wanted to get your take on it. I mean, if necessary, there are other ways you can use them.
Yeah, exactly.
You use them like if you got an injury or something, because he's such a great athlete.
PJ.
You could fill him in, but I would strictly use him as one of my guys on the opposite side of Sweat and see what those guys can do. Maybe it would be great to get it if we could somehow pick up Grant. We probably have to trade back into the first, but if we had those two guys, it would change the defense the complexion of defense immediately, because now you've got somebody else stuck up the middle on the rundowns. And he has a little pass rush ability in him, not a ton, but you could see it on the Michigan film. So,
all right, guys, let's wrap this up. There you go. That's our draft for everyone before us. We took Jalen Walker at 10. That was a lot of fun. I wish we would have. I can't believe that we got like the first call in New Orleans. Somebody answered, and everyone was like, "Fuck off" from Chicago. What's up, Trapper Keeper?
Trapper Keeper.
So let's wrap this shit up, guys. We're gonna be here for 3 straight days in a row next week. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're going to
Not if we call another bar.
Yeah, we're not gonna call any bars.
we might have George James on from Arizona next Thursday night, guys.
PJ, we should call the precinct.
No.
Clearly a joke. Clearly a joke.
I was talking to, but I don't see that happening.
And Fierce, you're right. Louisiana has the nicest people. That's for sure. They are very nice down there. We will be here. Like I said, we're going to put the description, the link to the show in all 3 nights: Thursday, Friday, Saturday next week.
Draft is next Thursday, ladies and gentlemen.
And I got something else.
I will not be here.
I want to do this one more time, guys, because I've got a world premiere at, I can't remember, there's a theater in Naperville, Hollywood something. So there's a world premiere of the movie Afro Hunt. My son is the star villain. His name is, of course, Steve fucking, or Glenn, wait, Steve? No. Something fucking Miller. He's the villain. It will be live at that theater on the 19th. The tickets are $20. It's a 4.5-hour event. And then it will be streaming in IMAX and everywhere on YouTube on Sunday, Easter Sunday the 20th. And happy Easter, everybody. Stay safe out there.
And that is called Afro Hunt. Make sure you guys look it up. We have the link to the trailer that they did that's in the description of this channel. You can find it in the link for Foster's son becoming a movie star. So check that out, and please support Foster's son. That's pretty cool, man.
This is his second movie, and the cinematography and the name of it, Aldo knows it. Hollywood Palm Cinema in Naperville, 4:00 this Saturday. It starts. I believe the movie's going to start around 6, and it's like 2 hours. It's a full length feature film. He's got it right there for anybody interested in that. I will be out there myself, guys. I'll be there.
Thank you, Aldo. That's
If
awesome.
anyone wants to come and hang out with me, I'll be there around 4:00.
It's not too far from the
I'm
house.
just
I
gonna
might
hang out
go.
and have some fun, man.
It's like 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah, I know. I was telling my son, I said, I got a dude, a friend of mine, Walt, that lives right there, man. He's in Aurora, right down the road. So maybe we'll have to hook up that day because I'm going to be right out there. If you're not available Saturday, maybe I'll run out there earlier, dude, or whatever you want to do. I don't care if I see you for 10 minutes as long as I get to talk to you and hang out a little bit.
Yeah. No, I know exactly where that is.
And then it's the cinematography in this, for anybody who hasn't seen the
check out the trailer in the link
trailer
of the description.
It's really high-end quality, man.
It looks really good, man. It does.
And it is filmed in IMAX. So I mean,
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I can't wait to see it. And this isn't even something that I would normally watch. And not just because my son's in it, but just from the trailer. And I've seen other things that these guys have done because they probably got about 10, 15, 20-minute short movies, 20, 30 minutes. My son was in another one. I wish I could remember that one because that's the one I should have been telling everybody to watch. And then you could see how decent these guys are. I think my son's one of the better actors out of the 5 main characters in the movie.
Your son, the movie that your son does, a show that your son was in, is that the 10 Commandments?
No, that was Noah's Ark.
Got it. Got it. All right.
He's my son. It was a little later.
Walt, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. It's been awesome and
Yeah.
a pleasure to have you join us tonight.
Thanks, Walt.
Yeah, it was fun.
Being here, Walt.
Tell everyone where they can check you out again, please.
Give us your
Yeah.
Twitter and your.
Yeah, so Twitter and X handle is just the Bear Review as stated there. Underscore between each word, capital to begin. So I kept it easy. It is a little hard to find me on YouTube sometimes. I think PJ, you had that problem.
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why that is, but
Hard to understand.
Now, Walt, if I could be very honest with you, the reason why it's hard to find you is because when you type in the Bear Review, you're
it brings up the
watching
show.
reviews of the Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The TV show, yeah.
So
Cliff says he loved seeing you. Aldo saying, hit the like button on the way out, boys. Aldo, thank you for your super chats. Chad Speaker, thank you for your super chats tonight. Did I miss any other super chats?
I just threw it up in chat.
Thank you guys for your support, your super chats. Walt, thank you for joining us. It's been awesome. Like I said, next week, look out for the link if you want to join us. It'll be in the description. You can come hang out with us during the draft all 3 days. It's going to be a lot of fun. Aldo will be popping in and out. We're going to pop in and out of the bar room too. We're going to share links. It's going to be fun. This is our 3rd year of doing this, and I promise you, it is fun as hell. So make sure you are there with us for that.
And don't forget to watch some drippy dicks.
And yeah, go get yourself a box of drippy dicks. They're available at Walmart. Only
Dude, remember, if you got drippy dicks, you can sit on that couch for every minute of the draft.
Now
You don't have to get up and go anywhere.
just pee your pants.
Pee in your pants.
Even though Depend now stole my idea. Yeah. So now let's get out of here, guys, because I actually have to go do some things before I go to bed. So
Real
guys,
Bears fan Chris says, I got my own drippy dick.
you guys are awesome. We love every one of you in chat, man. You guys lit this shit up tonight. I would go through the whole list with you guys, but I gotta run. So you guys, you guys know who you are. We know who you are in chat. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for your support. We'll see you next week for the 3rd annual draft marathon on BCP.
Hey, PJ,
And then-
if you make it 10 minutes, then it'll be your 3 hours. I had to just say it before Dan finished.
Yeah.
Before he finished.
But let's end this on a normal 1, a 2, a 3. Bears, ready? A 1, a 2, a 3.
Bears.
Bears.
The Bears.
Giddy up, groove, stay. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. Integral, grind exponential. You down with BCP? That's the way we rotate, ready, Getty elite. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Let's blow. Switch the flow. Shift the tempo.